System just showed here.
I'm going live.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm live, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Let me just. I need to post the stream to everybody, so give me a second. We do everything manually because we're low technology stream.
Mm-hmm.
Am I streaming? Wait, yeah,
I can check.
I am. Okay. There, and then UTM, and then Portland, and then whoever wants to post in their respective servers. Please do. I need more viewers. Please like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Okay, anyways. Hi everybody. We're doing another Scrubs seminar. This time we're gonna do it on Alco because I guess I play that guy a lot. Or something.
On TV?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I guess I have things that I could talk about with Alco or something. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna talk about Alco.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Laura here is gonna be my co-guest.
Yeah, I'm your
my
TA.
guest. She's my TA. I'm the professor today.
Wow.
Oh, how the turntables.
Wait till I teach Shaper.
You want me to be on that one? Wait, I can't be on that one. What the fuck? I don't play Shaper.
You can't explain how to beat Shaper. You don't know how to beat Shaper.
No, I don't know how to play Shaper. Okay.
Anyways, should we talk about the state of Alco list right now?
Yeah, so I like to begin with a bit of a deck building. So Alco came about in Elevation, which is last set. It wrecked Elevation, right? Like it was probably one of the best deck.
Yeah, it was a menace, and there are so many versions of it too.
Yeah, it was the best deck for most of Elevation for Corp, right? So
I think Red Prince Alco, basically, like the first deck to win a tournament, was effectively close to, if not the best deck, until maybe CBI meta?
Yeah, so just really, really good. Alco has always been really good. Still really good. Original decks had a bunch of stuff banned from it, so Sting was banned. Actually, was it only Sting? Am I stupid?
Sting and False Leads.
Sting and False Lead, yeah. Yeah, Sting banned, and then people replaced Sting with False Lead, and that got banned too. So obviously next we're gonna ban Regenesis, following the trend.
Was it Hybrid or Regenesis? It's one of the two.
Yeah. So going into VP now, Alco didn't get that many things from VP at all. But it didn't really matter because Runner didn't change much at all either. In fact, Runner got worse, right? So Runner got Hoshiko banned and Runner got Sable banned, right? And those were kind of the top two Runner since forever. And those got banned. So the best decks kind of got taken down a notch. And then more recently, Seb, who kind of emerged out to be like the best deck out of the riffraff. Seb got kind of dunked a little bit, so a lot less people are playing Seb now. But in theory, Seb could beat Alco pretty handily, in theory. But anyways, so Alco hasn't changed at all with VP, but neither has Runner. So overall, I would say that Alco has gotten a little bit better with VP. In other corps has gotten like new corps has popped up, like Meliez, right? And then all the flood stuff from PD, and Epiphany has been doing pretty okay. But overall, I would say that after they nerfed flood, well, They're gonna probably ban. They're gonna ban OTK in a bit here. Probably.
We can hope.
We can only hope. And like they ban extract, so Ob is like not a contender for like best deck in format anymore, right? So now the contenders for best deck in format is basically just Alco, and basically just It's like Alco, Melius, and like OTK right now, but it's probably gonna get banned out. Like what else is I'm not even sure if Epiphany is really a contender for best deck in format. I think Epiphany's fine. It's like maybe a step below Alco at the moment, but like most things are a step below Alco. So
as someone who loves Epiphany and did quite well at a recent Mega Cities with it, Epiphany is not the best deck in format. Not even fucking
not
close.
even close.
As long as Lu and Fueno exist,
Yes.
like no fucking shot.
Yep.
I mean, the existence of Melius is actually helping AUCO to an extent, right? Because building a deck for Melius requires you to like have breaking solutions and like a lot of slow econ like casts.
Yep.
And so you're kind of pulled in the opposite directions of like fighting wide rush assets versus tall glacier.
Yeah. So you're kind of being pulled in two directions here, and it's benefiting both decks, right? Although there are a couple techs that runners can play to kind of tech against both. So one of them is Airblades is quite good against both Jinteki decks. There's others too, but we don't have to talk about that just now. So anyways, Alco largely the same. The one thing that it kind of gained from VP was actually Lion's Mane. This card has been really good in this format. So I should probably show the not this. I'm trying to find like a normal.
You like Davs' Virgil list?
Yeah. Oh, I should.
On the note of dual purpose tech, Fencer Fueno allows you to break ice after gang.
Yeah. Fencer is also great against both too. Dadzy. Yep. So we're just gonna talk about the various Alco that has popped up for a minute here. So here is Dave Z's Alco. So a common thing for pretty much every Alco deck is you're going to see this package. You're gonna see 3 Battle Words, 3 Cohorts. You're gonna see 3 Futs, maybe 3 Moon Pools. Usually it's 3 Moon Pools, and usually it's 3 Hanseis, and almost always 3 Anemone. I've never seen a deck that plays less than 3 Anemone. So there are decks. So and beyond that, different flavors of Alco can take the deck in a different direction. But besides the package, they also need a win con. So currently, the flavor of win con for Alco nowadays is measure response. So you could play 1 measure response, you can play 2 measure response. I personally prefer 2, which I will talk about later. You can also play, there are versions that will play Oppo research plus end of the line, like this. So you usually play 2 or 3 Oppos plus end of the line. And this was historically how Alco was winning in Elevation. Most Alco you saw in Elevation was Oppo plus end of the line. So, but Oppo has fallen out of favor nowadays, mostly because one, I think people has figured out that measure response are kind of like an easier win con. Like it's only a 1 card combo instead of Oppo plus end of the line requiring not only is it a 2 card combo, it's also like a 2-step process, right? So but more like a 3-step process because you have to get them to threat first. But also you have to play Oppo and then you have to also have and play end of the line. So a bit of a multi-step process there, whereas measure response is a single step, right? Like you get them to threat 4 and then you have this card that does 8 damage, or sorry, 4 damage.
2 measures will do 8 damage.
Yeah.
And then the best synergy between AUCO and measured is you can get to threat 4 quite quickly once you push out Regenesis.
Yep.
And usually you can slow down a bit as Alco. You like get the first Regenesis out, you get to 4, and then now you're like still finding your way to get the last 2 and then 1 point. And then like sometimes a runner will run down your board at that point. But measured provides some threat where if they do try to go run down your board, well, now they also play measured.
Yep. Once you get to threat 4 is when measure response become obnoxiously threatening for the runner, right? There are a couple key differences here besides the fact that Oppo is a two-step process compared to measured. There's a couple of more notable differences. So Oppo Alco dedicate a lot more slots to playing WinCon. So not only two Oppos, sometimes three, right? They also have to play End of the Line. They have to play some amount of Mindscaping in order to kind of push that WinCon. So that's more slot than just maybe two or sometimes one deck slot, right? So this Alco can run other stuff too. And other key differences is Oppo is notably threat 3, whereas measure response is threat 4. And this is actually really important because yes, Regenesis plus Fuji will get you to threat 4, but what a lot of Alco would do is they'll try and fork the runner by making a Regenesis push with Fuji in the bin. So if the runner wants to contest the Regenesis by running Archives, they typically have to touch the Fuji, which brings them to threat 3 immediately, right? With measured, you can't quite threaten a kill with that. So it's not the same kind of fork. You also have to like push another one pointer into the bin, which could be difficult in some early board states. But for Oppo, you can immediately feed them 3 points, and next turn you can immediately jam out a big Oppo. Other things with Oppo is that you can tempo Oppo a lot easier than tempoing measure response. And this is actually really important because so by that I mean just play it out, right? Like you hit threat 3, you have 9 crits, you play big Oppo, they take 4 tags. Whereas measured, you might not be able to do that. Like in some board states, you can play a tempo measured and not kill them by just like making them pay 8 or making them spend 4 cards, right? But it's not as good. It's just not as good as giving them 4 tags. And there are board states where you want to do this because you want to dip down to Bladderwort. And Bladderwort is a key play around for Alco. And I'll talk about playing around Bladderwort a lot when we watch some replays later. But, right, Oppo research allows you to give them 4 tags, duck down below 3 credits, or below 4 credits, which turns on Bladderwort, so you're not only threatening, so not only the runner has to clear 4 tags, you're also threatening a lot of Bladderwort hits. You're also probably pushing Genesis at the same time. So Oppo is a kind of a really good way to generate a lot of threats and a lot of fork at the same time. With the downside that the runner could, in theory, float the tags and maybe win on that same turn. Also, you can't really... It is nearly impossible. It's like... It is incredibly unlikely for you to ever big Oppo twice in the same game. Usually for Oppo deck, you big Oppo the first time, and hopefully you win in the next couple turns. If you don't win the next couple turns, the second Oppo almost definitely would not do anything because usually the runners have 6 points. They just need to touch one more point, so they don't really need to bother clearing tags. But anyways,
I'll say from the runner perspective, the other difference between Oppo and measured is Oppo's turned on by steal or trash, but measured usually someone has to get to threat 4. So a lot of the play pattern around Oppo Alco back in the day was that you need to be very careful about trashing anything, even sort of the naked Bladderworts or cohorts, because like if that takes you down into 2 credits and then you get small Oppo'd and then you're like in danger of dying, and you like can't play your econ resources anymore, you get really slowed down. Against measured Alco, you can trash pretty freely, again, as long as it doesn't like tank your economy too much.
Yep. As long as you can like, you know, not die to measured. Which sometimes you can.
I mean like early game, right? When no one has any points yet.
Yeah, so that's the other key difference is like Oppo is turned on, like, or like you can just play small Oppo and that's actually okay for tempo. The other key difference for measure is that you can trash measured, and this is actually pretty important because we're playing around Lu a lot these days, and Lu is pretty happy trashing measured most of the time. So, but today I'm probably going to be mostly discussing Davzy's list here. I think currently it's probably the best deck in the the best Alco list in the format right now. There's lots of other Alco variant of Alcos, but let's start with this. So this flavor of Alco is that you play more money and you are able to res bigger eyes. So this Devsy's list will play 2 Botu, 1 Atini, 1 Lion's Mane. Usually in a standard, what I would consider a standard Alco list, you would play 1 Botu, 1 Lion's Mane for your 6 cost ice, and all of your other ice is 3 or less. And there's actually a really good reason for this. Generally, you want your ice to cost 3 credits. 3 credits is the magic number for Alco, because at 3 credits, you are firing Bladderwort. If you're at 6 credits, right, the runner can simply not run you, and you're not able to fire Bladderwort. So it can be a little bit of a problem, where Alco likes to stay at 3 credits, but if you're at 3 credits, you can't be rezzing Botu, you can't be rezzing Lion's Mane, right? So your threat range is a lot smaller if you play Botu and Lion's Mane in your deck, which is why historically most Alco tend to just play a Botu or a Lion's Mane, and then the rest are like 3 cost ice such as Samok, Samoon, Anemone is another really good one, and then like Diviner, White Space, Fly Swatter, just like really cheap stuff. But that's the reason. That's the reason. It's because we're playing around Bladderwort. But this deck likes to be a little bit richer. One of the reason is it likes to be richer so that it can play 2 measure, right? Double measure is a really, really good threat to hang on the runner. And Alco Ice right now is really, really good. Botu, incredibly good ice, right? Once you've scored Regenesis Fuji, Botu turns on to threat 4 and is at 6 strength, and nothing breaks Botu really well, right? Like besides Propeller. Propeller is the only breaker that breaks Botu really well, and like Begamot, but whatever. Just don't install Botu against Begamot. It's fine.
I've actually heard that in the SM matchup, the barriers are actually quite good into Begamot because they don't want to spend the 5 credits on Begamot,
installing
right?
Begamot. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, Samok is probably just better, right?
Yeah,
Samak and Botu are very good into Essa, yeah.
So yeah, I probably would suggest not installing Botu against Essa, but we can talk about that later. So anyways, like Lion's Mane, Atini, and Botu are like really big scary ice that like really fucks up the runner, right? Which is the reason why you might want to consider like this is the reason why this deck is playing a lot more cash. So it's playing an extra hedge fund. So it's playing 4 economy operations versus the regular like 3 Hanseis. I think I prefer playing 3 Hanseis and 1 hedge fund over this. But anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Hansei is a really nice way to get the first Ayuko counter if you have a bad hand.
Yeah, and Hansei also, there's a set play you can make with Alco. You can double measured from starting from 3 credits. So you can petty cash from the bin, Hansei measured. And that's a really, really strong set play that you should always try and play around if possible. Again, 3 credits. 3 credits. I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. 3 credits is the magic number for Alco. You want to end your turn at 3 credits. Okay? You don't want to end your turn at 2 credits. That's really bad. Don't do that. You can't play petty cash. End your turn at 3 credits so that 1, you can play petty cash. 2, you can fire Bladderworts. Right? And being able to play petty cash lets you immediately play Hansei afterwards. So be at 3 credits. And at 3 credits, you know, you can threaten a lot more ice reses than being at 2. At 2, the runner doesn't have to worry about Anemone anymore, right? So, but
yeah, Anemone is usually the worst case for the runner a lot of times because it does the 2 force damage and it gives you Yukoko counters.
Yep.
So yeah, you always want to be in the range. And then just in the rare case of where this happens, you need to remember that you have a card in hand to pitch to Anemone. I've seen on very niche board states people dump out their whole hand and then be unable to trigger Anemone.
Yeah. When you're playing Anemone, just think about like every time you end your turn, just make sure you know what you would be throwing away. So sometimes like having a petty cash in hand is really nice for that, because then you're like, okay, well, I have this petty cash that I can pitch whenever I want. Just don't like. Generally, I would recommend against playing petty cash from hand. Petty cash is really good for pitching, and you have a lot of cards in your deck that can pitch cards. For example, cohorts is a really good card, or is petty cash really good thing to pitch to cohort and to Pansei and to anemone, and also to Botu occasionally. That's pretty rare, but sometimes that will happen. So anyway, so back to Devsies. Yeah, so and also he also runs 2 humanoid. Sometimes the 2 the last like 4 influence on Alco is typically flex influence. And sometimes a lot of times that those 2 influence is spent on like Scatterfield or HR, or sometimes Let Them Dream nowadays.
Yeah, I think the most common options I saw were Let Them Dream and Hostile Architecture.
Hostile?
Some decks are in 1 hostile, 1 measured as well.
Yeah, some decks are. I think usually the hostile comes from the measured, but I'll talk about other flavors later in a little bit. But yeah, so lots of flex things you can spend these last 4 influence on. So Scatterfield is historically a really good one. Nowadays, Let Them Dream is also a really good one. Although I think that we're starting to see that Alco is opting not to take Let Them Dream. I get like, I think Let Them Dream is incredibly good in Alco. However, like HR is also really good, right? But there's also the other thing of like, I really don't like Blood in the Water, but you could play like, oh shit, this one's on. You could play like Sericulture. So the 3/2 is a really good way to kind of close out the game. So your scoring plan with Alco is usually score Regenesis. That gets you 4 points. 4 points. And then you want to score a 3/2. Usually this is fast advance. You want to fast advance a 3/2. Usually that's a longevity serum. Longevity serum is a really, really good card to score. It does a lot for you. It also gives you an Alco counter if you're like trashing a card, so it just does a lot. But in a pinch, you can also score like the blank 3/2s, and that's fine. And once you're at 6 points, you can win with hybrids at that point, or you can win with a fast advance Regenesis too, if it comes to that.
Yeah,
So,
I think the most common scoring pattern for Alco is 4 points with Regenesis Fuji, plus 2 from the one of the 3/2s, ideally longevity.
Yep.
And then plus 1 from a hybrid.
Yep. Very common scoring pattern, and you typically do that almost always. Almost every game you do that, right? So get used to that scoring pattern. It's really, really key. What was I gonna say? So yeah, this is Dabsy's variant. He's on Blood in the Water. I'm not in love with that card. I don't really like it, but I mean, I think Dabsy's a genius, so he can do whatever he wants.
I think there's that fun interaction where you can do the tempo measured for damage, taking them in 1 card in hand and then install Advanced Blood in the Water.
Yeah.
But that seems pretty niche. Like in the games I've seen, like you play this Alco, the runner usually can pay through it. They're not usually taking 4 damage.
Yeah.
Or usually they have to pay through it because they only have like 3 cards in hand.
Wait, the core damage from what card? Sorry.
No. I'm saying they usually have to pay through measured rather than take the damage.
Oh. Yeah. So let's look at other variants. So I mean, other than HR, other than Scatterfield, you can also play Power Set B. That's also a really common influence spend on Alco. So nowadays there's a lot of weird different Alco. So what is this one?
Which one?
Yeah, so sometimes you will see people play Hostile Architecture instead of like second measured, and like they also play with other stuff like Power Set B. I personally do not like this card. I think this card is garbage game. I mean, Hostile is good in theory. You want to put it behind ice, but it loses to Cupulation, and Shaper plays that card. Most Shaper
Shaper
plays
surprisingly haven't been
Cupulation.
playing that much Cupulation.
Really?
I was about to say, who's playing Cup right now?
Really?
I wonder. I
Okay.
think Wenjong might have been
I
at
don't know what the fuck.
OTG.
I don't know what the fuck Shapers are doing nowadays. Like,
We're playing Audrey. We're
They're
having a good
playing
time.
Wake Implant and Audrey.
oh my god.
Um,
Okay, Audrey, sure, but like,
but I think the bigger offender, the bigger reason for hostile is not just the fact that it's the tech. It's just really expensive,
okay.
and like AUCO cans get bad when you can't afford all your shit,
Yep.
and hostile just makes that worse.
Yep. I mean, if you ever play Hostel and they gourmand trash it, you're like so fucked, you know?
Yeah.
It's gourmand or sometimes it's Cupulation. If they ever cup a Hostel and like you res the Hostel and you didn't even do any damage with the Hostel, that's like incredibly game losing. You never want that to happen to you. Yeah, I'm
You
not in
have
love with
divergent
Hostel.
yourself
Yeah.
and lost
Yeah,
$5.
I'm not in love with Hostel, but that's certainly like a path that you can take with this. But you can see that like this deck is quite a lot lower on economy, so you're playing much cheaper ice, so you're not seeing the Botus. You're still seeing Lion's Mane. Again, Lion's Mane, goated card, okay? One of the best ice they've printed for Alco in recent time.
Oh, do you want to explain why Lion's Mane is so good?
Oh, yeah.
So on first look, right, it might not look great because you do the 2 net damage at once. You only get 1 counter for the first routine, and then they'll like pay $3 and then they'll jack out.
Yeah.
So like, you only got 1 counter. It doesn't seem that great.
So Lion's Mane is really good for a couple of meta-related reasons. So historically, Alco used to play Saizentan. So historically, they used to play Saizentan. It's a really big, scary fuck you ice for the sentry slot, right? But then everybody starts playing around this. They'll put down their Echelon, or they'll put down their gun, or they'll put down their Carmen, and suddenly Saizentan is like dog shit ice, right? Like, it costs 3 to break, which is like fucking nothing. And like it's like not even resable anymore. So people starts cutting it. See, like the olden days, you will see Saizentan, and then you stop seeing Saizentan in Alco. This is so once players have started playing around Saizentan, it no longer makes sense anymore, right? So what then happens is that Alco was only on Anemone for its only sentry for most of it, and against an enemy, you don't have to install a killer.
This is not to say that you should repeatedly run through Anemone just to check the thing behind it. I do see some players do this.
Yeah, don't do that.
And the tempo trade of losing one card from hand and then giving them a counter is not great. But it means when you're face checking, you don't really urgently need to have the killer down.
Yep. Because the killer, during a face check, the killer only saves you 1 net damage and 1 alco counter, which is good, but it's not the end of the world, right? Like against a Samak, for example, it ends your run, which is like you want to be making successful runs. Or against White Space will fucking kill you. Well, White Space will do a lot of tempo damage and end the run.
But it takes a lot of your money.
Yeah. It's a huge tempo loss against Alco, which is a very tempo matchup. And even Diviner sometimes, right? Like sometimes it ends the run and does some damage. It's kind of sick. I love Diviner. So
#1 Diviner apologist here.
And people say that 3 strength code gates are unplayable with Buzzsaw.
It's fine. So
a little borderline, but
it's good against Shimmerlith.
So often I play Diviner.
It's good against Unity.
Surely we'll end the run this time, and then it hits the wrong number.
It gives you the second counter that you so desperately need.
But it doesn't end the run.
It does sometimes.
50% of the time it works. 100% of the time.
Let's go gambling.
I don't know if I've ever been ended the run by
I have. I've ended people's run all the time. Anyways,
what do you mean Anarch? It doesn't end the run on odd?
Wait, I don't know what Diviner says.
Odd, yeah. Anarch plays mostly odd cost card.
So if you
between Steel Skin, Strike Funds,
that's it on the run,
Sure Gambles, all the shit that gets stuck in hand, all the breakers are odd cost except for Buzzsaw.
Yeah, Keiko.
Keiko. Yeah, 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 yeah. So
The
this
Paladins
this
won,
card
enemies
fucks.
won.
This card fucks. Okay.
All right, all right, all right, all right. I guess I just
Don't
have
shit
bad
talk
luck.
my diviner.
I'm bad at gambling. I get it.
Let's go gambling. So anyways, so the common advice nowadays is against Alco, you would like to have your Fractor to get past Samak and also to deal with Botu. You would like your decoder to deal with like this riffraff over here, this nonsense. And you don't really need your killer because you don't really need to break Anemone. You just run it once and then find your killer after. It's fine. That's totally fine. Right? So then everybody's like, well, you know, now that that's happening, it would be so cool if we have a really cool sentry that we can play with a big fuck you face check that the runner can't deal with because they didn't fucking install a killer.
Yeah, Cloud Eater.
Comes Lion's Mane. Lion's Mane has a big fuck you face check. Okay, this face check is awful for the runner. 2 net damage guaranteed. 2 damage or 3 credits. Either options is bad for the runner. Okay, three credits is a lot of money, and it practically ends the run. They're almost never taking the 2 net damage.
Yeah, unless they've exactly hit Steel Skin or something along the way, it's just it's not possible to hit the second one.
Yeah,
go tank the last one.
They're almost always going to jack out, and that's perfectly great. You know, like you did 4 damage and the run. That's super awesome. And what's even better than this is that the current killers aren't that great against Lion's Mane. So Echelon is especially really bad against Lion's Mane. Okay. So usually against Alco, sometimes your first 2 breakers are Echelon plus something, right? Like Echelon plus Rising Tide or Echelon plus probably not Buzzsaw. That card is so fucking expensive. Echelon plus something, right? To just kind of be able to walk through Anemone, or like Criminal too, right? Sometimes Criminal plays Echelon, and they want to be able to walk through Anemone because they want to be able to transfer HQ, and there's an enemy on HQ, right? So they usually will install Echelon plus Kurupira, right? And then they haven't seen a decoder yet, so they haven't seen a Koge yet, so they haven't put down their decoder. Oh, actually, it doesn't even matter if Echelon's at 3 strength, huh? I forgot. So even at 3 strength, Echelon is horrendous against Lion's Mane. Because you have to spend 6 on this thing. Carmen.
So you need to like also find your tungsten or something.
Yeah. Carmen is also cost 5. Carmen also costs 5 to break Lion's Mane. So just horrendously bad break cost. Very comparable to Botu, right? Ooh, where's Botu?
Yeah, I guess Botu is 6 to break for a base 1 Fractor.
Yeah. It's very comparable to Botu, but it has a much worse face check, right? This face check is far worse for the runner than Botu is. It's usually just 2 net damage, and you can get another Alco counter by ending the run, but like Lion's Mane, like 2 damage, jack out. Like it's so good. So big fuck you face check. It doesn't break. Nothing breaks.
Lion's Mane well is Revolver, for 2 credits and 3 bullets, but you can only do it twice, and then you're out of bullets.
Yeah. So the thing about Revolver is the thing about Revolver is actually, if they put down Revolver, you just don't rest Lion's Mane.
Yeah.
You consider Dead Eyes and you just let them go through, right? Like it's, but that's fine. That's why we only play 1 Lion's Mane, right? We're not playing 2. But we could play 2,
and Revolver otherwise is not very good into Anemone, right? Because you still have to spend 2 to boost in 1 bullet.
What if we played 3 Lion's Mane?
That sounds like a lot. I feel like I can rarely afford Lion's Mane.
No, but
do you want to talk a bit about ice placement also? Like, are these Central's ice? What ice?
We'll talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, hold on. Like we're playing 2 Botu, Atini, Lion's Mane. What if we play 3 Lion's Mane, 0 Atini?
Yeah.
No, that sounds like nonsense. Anyways. Where was I? So this is Davsy's list, yeah. So Lion's Mane, really good card. For those reasons. For those reasons, I'm out. Okay. So we can talk about ice placement. So ice placement plan with Alco. So first, when you this goes for every corp. This is a corp fundamental. First, consider what your important servers are. So in Alco, and also for the matchup too, right? So for example, against Criminal, your most important server is HQ. You really, really want to stop a transfer. So you want to be able to put something on HQ first and foremost. Okay, so important server number 1 is HQ. Important server number 2, and also most important server for every other matchup, is remote. So you want to, against every other matchup except for Criminal, you want to devote your first ice into remote if possible, because you really want to be pushing out stuff for tempo reasons, right? So that's kind of your initial ice placement plan. Maybe HQ and then remote and then second remote, right? Like against, like, for example, Shaper and against like some Anarch, you don't need to respect Central at all. So typically your first 2 ice goes remote, and then you have 2 remotes to start pushing stuff out, and that's really good. And then after that, once you are starting to push Regenesis, you want to devote an ice into Archives and sometimes an ice into HQ, just to like protect your hand a little bit. Like sometimes you're pulling up Fujis. It depends, right? Or sometimes you're trying to guard against a cup run from Shaper, which they're on. Okay, they're on compilation.
Or people are on burner as well, right?
People are on burner, yeah.
Because you do draw so much, you will end up pulling agendas in hand. And what you really don't want, you don't want to lose sort of in one sweep.
Yeah, so typically remote, and then you want to think about your centrals, or sometimes third remote is fine too, right? It depends on like how your game's going. But remote into maybe HQ, maybe Archives, depending on what you're doing, what you're afraid of. And for Alco, the least important server is R&D. You really do not need to care about R&D all that much, except for maybe in the very late game. In some Criminal matchup, or in certain Criminal like draw, you might want to consider closing up centrals. Like, so it's possible against Criminal that your icing plan is HQ, remote, central, or like Archives, R&D, right? Those, just close up central. And there's a couple of reasons to close up centrals. 1, you're turning off Clean Getaway. 2, you're turning off Pinhole. It's really hard for them to do those things. And that's why you would want to close up centrals against Criminal. But against others, you probably don't care that much. They're probably on 2 pinholes, and once that's gone, it's who fucking cares anymore. You want to have more remotes to push more things. That's more important, right?
Yeah, the extra reason you don't care about R&D is you can't really get R&D locked as AUCO, because you can dig so much with cohort, spins, and the ID text that you can draw through whatever they see.
Yep, so you just don't care as much about R&D. You care about Archives because of Regenesis. And you care about HQ because sometimes you can do Regenesis pushes with cards in your hand, right? Like, so those are the reasons why you would be doing those things. Some more notes on ice placement. So your best ice, the best ice in your deck is Anemone. And you can play around. You want to ice up accordingly. So an enemy is good everywhere except for it's actually just good everywhere, right? It's great on HQ against Criminal because you can use it to duck a transfer, and also sometimes Criminal will have to jack out when they're trying to transfer you, depending on the board state. It's really good. Oh, and also on HQ, you can use it to pitch agendas. If they're like making a cup run or something, or a twinning sweep, right? You can pitch your Fuji into the bin as they're running HQ. So it's really good on HQ. It's really good in Archives because if they're trying to, it's really good at protecting Archives. If they are trying to like flip Archives against like a cohort or against like a Regenesis push, you can do 2 damage to them, or sometimes 3 if they can't break an enemy, and then immediately toss in a Fuji, and then suddenly they have to consider, am I even allowed to flip this, or would I die to a to a single or double Fuji in the bin, right? So Anemone is really good in archives there. It's really good in the remote because it's just like a really good tempo early game ice. Because it immediately feeds you 2 Alco counters, which gets you going immediately, starts the Alco train. So it's really good in the early game for remote ice as well. And it's an ice that's always relevant at every stage of the game, right? Like it's not an ice that, like, for example, like Lion's Mane kind of turns off once they install a revolver. But an enemy is always useful. It always does 2 damage. It always gives you 2 counters, no matter what. So just good all around ice.
I didn't see it be good on R&D because you get to like a really you like the runners ground out and then they only have like so many hit points left. And then you press an enemy and then they can't steal Fuji.
I was gonna say it can be quite good in R&D against Shaper to ping off deep dive too. So
how dare you?
Just good all around ice. Really, really good ice. You can put this anywhere. You want to prioritize it on important service though. So like for example, against like Shaper matchups, you want it to be in the remote so that you can immediately get tempo off of it. Right? So you don't want to, I say that it's fine in R&D, but you don't want to waste it on R&D, right? Because such a good ice. No one really runs R&D against Alco, so you don't want to waste it, and it's kind of just, you don't want it to rot in R&D. So
I also think it's not like the best on archives either. It's good once to prevent them from Regenesis checking, which sometimes is all you need.
Yeah, you only need to do that once.
But a lot of the time, you want to make it taxing for them to repeatedly contest archives for Regenesis.
Yeah, you
you're gonna have to do it again.
So if that's what you want, both Botu and Lion's Mane are really good ice for archives as well. Botu being a really taxing ice. It also, Botu specifically allows you to trash, like if the runner can't break Botu and they bounce off of it, you can trash your Fuji immediately and then score Regenesis next turn, right? So that's a really, so Botu is really, really good in archives for that reason. But it is really expensive and can be pretty hard to set up from time to time.
Yep.
But otherwise, like Lion's Mane's also good because it's a big fuck you eyes. Those are kind of the main eyes you want to put on there. Samak is like fine in a pinch for archives, but you generally don't want in archives because it's not threatening, right? Like the runner doesn't care if it's a Samak. They're so happy to see Samak most of the time. So typically you want Samak in 1 HQ. Is the best HQ ice against criminal. Okay. Because they basically cannot transfer you unless they put down Kurupira, and that's really expensive for them.
Yeah, they boomerang transfer you, and then they're very sad because they lose the transfer and the boomerang unless they take the 3 damage.
Yep. Samak's really good against criminal in HQ. It's also really good in the remote because it ends a run, right? And it's also kind of taxing sometimes. So, for example, if you put a cohort behind it, right? It typically, on turn 1, it just ends the run and your cohort gets to fire, and you're so happy about that. And like, it's really good against Botulus, it's really good against Audrey, it's really good against Boomerang, right? So these are kind of the cards that Samak kind of wards off in the remote. It's also like, Kurupira, it costs 3 for Kurupira to break this, so it's obnoxiously expensive. And for Propeller, even for Propeller, though it only costs 1, it costs 2 Propeller counters. Although I think Propeller is just a good ice against Samak, and I typically don't like Samak against Shaper. Don't love barriers against Shaper in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Samak is like on archives. Kind of, it might rot in archives, and it's not really that scary. It might protect archives from time to time, but it's like not a bad face check for the runner, and they might just go run your remote after they face check a Samak on archives. So it's not a big problem. It's not that good on archives. What else? And then White Space, Tattoo Bola is all your like generic ice that you can put anywhere, wherever you want. I'm not in love with Tattoo either. I don't really like Tattoo in Alco because Alco tends to not play enough ice for Tattoo to be very good. You want to have an ice in hand, but usually Alco is pushing out as many ice as it can onto the board, right? Because their ice is really good. So tattoo tends to not be able to swap, and then also tattoo with Bladder Wart is a really awkward combo. It's sort of non-both a little bit. Like if they break a tattoo and they pass it, like, and if you do a tattoo swap, your Bladder Wart might not get to fire, and that's really awkward. Tattoo is also really awkward in HQ against criminal, because they'll transfer you, break tattoo, and now you're like, well, do I give them the money or not? Right?
Yeah, it's always to
So
decline a tattoo swap to stay poor.
yeah, so a lot of the time you decline tattoo swap in Alco, which makes tattoo a really bad card, right? Like, without this text, tattoo is horrific. So I'm not in love with tattoo. I think it's totally cuttable. But if you like tattoo is good in these kinds of deck because it allows you to have enough money to res your big guys. So it's stylistic preferences.
It's also just cheap, so it's like a good fine ice to push behind early.
Yeah. It's fine for that. And then your code gates is like Atini's big fuck you ice. Nothing breaks Atini very well, right? It's very big, expensive, very cool ice. In Alco, it also has a really nice face check. It just gives you 3 Alco counter, which is sick. White space. Yeah, anyways. Other good generic ice. So that's...
Should we talk about the changes you've made to the list, and then we can go to some replays?
Yeah, I actually haven't even experimented with these changes yet, so I'm gonna revert.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna revert this really quick.
Nope. I remember we were experimenting with Mavarus and Mitra because
I haven't even
pretty
tried
annoying.
them. So the list that you will be seeing in the replays is this list. I cut a tattoo. I want to cut a second one, but you know.
Also, Leah, could you share your screen on the Discord?
Right. I forgot. Sorry.
It's okay. I know you're farming YouTube views.
Yeah.
I was also laughing at the name of Dav's list.
Yeah.
A crocodile and a mushroom, because none of those are. It's only an ant. Because Botu is a dolphin. Because Botu is a dolphin, not a crocodile. And lion's mane. There is a mushroom called lion's mane, but the lion's mane card's representing a jellyfish.
Why is he
and it's actually funny. What?
Why does he name it this?
I think he was under the assumption that Atini's the ant, that Botu is a crocodile, and lion's mane is the mushroom.
How? I could see it. That's really funny.
We do have Biowak as a crocodile.
He thinks this is a mushroom?
As mushroom. If you look up lion's mane, the first thing that comes up is a lion's mane mushroom.
That's so fun.
Biowak is not a crocodile.
Biowak is not a crocodile.
Oh, it's not a crocodile. Oh, sorry.
It's a Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon.
Oh, okay. But it's closer. It's closer.
You can make Komodo sad.
Sorry.
Actually, what's this? Blood Noir is amazing in combination with measure response. Now Lagos less of meta presence. Only 2 moon pools are forgivable because we've got fewer 3/2. Really? Is Blood Noir that good? I'm really.
That's what I was saying. I think he was getting off lines of measure, doing 4 damage, get them down to 1 card in hand, install advance measured, install advance on the water. But that seems so niche. Because runners are already taxed by cards in hand, so usually they just money up to survive single measured. Yeah. They'll be at like 3 cards in hand, 8 credits.
2/2 transactions with stolen from Grunt Townie despite initial reaction. Tried like both ways, found hand management easier with 2 hedge funds. Yeah, but petty pounds say measured, man. What are we doing? I like white spray, put it untested, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. So yeah. So where the fuck? So let's talk about like some of the changes I made really quick. So I just cut a tattoo because I fucking hate tattoo. It should be I should cut the second tattoo as well. I cut the bloods for sericulture, which I've discussed, and then I think that's it. I was still playing with 2 Hansei, 2 hedges, I think, but I will be on 3 Hansei soon. What else did I do? Am I on 8, 12 ice? Okay. Anyways. Oh, and I added a moon pool. Yeah,
Yeah, and you switch the blood in the water to sericulture, what you said earlier.
So let's look at some replays, eh? Oh, weren't we
Ooh.
supposed to talk about some like other versions of Alco real quick?
I think we talked about the hostel and the powers. I think that's really it.
I want to see the fucking.
I guess
Which one, the
there's
Plutus?
a retirement plan.
I don't want to see the
A
Plutus.
bit different.
Oh,
I want
yeah,
to see
people were playing
the.
retirement plan Ayuko at the start of the
No,
meta.
that's nonsense. That's
Um,
nonsense. That
yeah,
card's
it's terrible, yeah.
garbage. Oh well.
I think it's just not majorly different. It just has a bit
Yeah.
more recursion.
I was looking for like distribute tracing stuff, but
Oh,
I guess
trade-ons?
that doesn't matter. No one plays that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did try for retirement plan stuff for a while.
Wait.
It just felt like the worst
Mm.
spot in the deck.
One of the deck lists that you were scrolling through is named Actually. It's a river dolphin. Cable Carnage.
That's so funny.
I just noticed it.
That's
Spot
so
on.
funny. Actually, it's a jellyfish. That if I win a tournament, I'm putting. That's so funny. Expecting me to read is unfair. Completely unnecessary.
Wow.
Like, not
It's just like you.
Remember to get your Botos bint. That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
Oh no.
What did Cable change
You're-
with this? We're on powers.
You're making people sad about retirement plan in the chat.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh, he's gone all in on tattoo.
I'm sorry, Chris. Wait, you're Ice Cream College. I'm sorry, Ice Cream College. Wasn't that like a Lunari deck?
There's a lot of Yukos. And the thing is, like, while there are a lot of Yukos, playing against them is all roughly the same. Just like except for playing around measured. So it's fine. Like you don't have to know you don't have to know the weird threats of each one, with the same level of detail that you should know like the different Meliuses.
So I wish I have a Lu replay. I might actually, but I think the current meta, we're a little bit worried about Lu for Alco. I think Lu is a little bit favored into this matchup and also popular. So I'm a tiny bit. What the hell are you doing? Stop sniffing my armpit. Jesus. What are you doing, guy? We're all a little bit worried about Lu right now, and but like nobody has a good matchup into Lu, so I think it's fine. Even if Alco has a slightly bad matchup into Lu, it's okay.
Yeah, if we have time on stream later, we can play a Lu game.
Alco Cliff Notes, open core plus ice. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Mulligan. You really want your tempo stuff, so cohort and humanoid are your two best assets. Like cohort is your best card by a long shot. Okay. She's straight gas, and you really want her as much as possible. FUD is really not that important in the early turns. He's fine once you have cohort down. FUD becomes good, but as your first card, he's like kind of mediocre, right? But otherwise, you mostly just want cohort plus ice in your opening hand. That's the best thing you could be doing. And you generally want to be mulliganing for that if you can.
Out of curiosity, do you like openings of like double Hansei to get to the 2 counters?
No, I don't. It's very slow.
Okay.
I think
and
it's like
enough board threat?
I think it's like a good enough keep, and you're like if you're against criminal, I would consider it. If you have another ice in hand, it would be Hansei, Ice HQ. That's fine. But like against Arasana or against Lu or something, you just want to have as much tempo as possible, and Hansei is not tempo, right? Like it's just money. Yeah. Or you can also consider if it's like Hansei plus like Alliance main or a Botu, then you at least have money to res. You have a big ice to res with all that money. But like Alco actually has a problem with spending money, right? If you have 15 credits, that doesn't mean shit. You can't spend that money, right? You also
Big
need to have a
deal.
yeah, okay,
It means your
whatever.
Bladderworts aren't gonna do anything.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and
You
it
just
means your
turned off
Flower
your own
doesn't do
cards.
anything. Yeah, the runner does not have to worry about Flowerworts anymore. So, would I keep this hand? Uh, it's really close. Core's missing an ice here, but I think I probably would. And like spin click 1 to maybe draw ice and then cohort ice. I think that's the game plan with this hand here. Let's see if I take it. And also against Shaper, it's kind of okay for you to... Someone is making noise. Eddie, you're making noise. Against Arasana, it's okay to put stuff on the board. They typically don't check, right? Usually Arasana's too, or like, Shaper is too busy installing shit turn 1. They usually don't check the board. But let's say against... Laura, can you move Ed out of the stage?
Okay.
But like, for example, Lou. Oh my god, she left too.
I'm good. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if you ice a cohort, that will be the server that Ari tunnels on.
I accidentally like invited Ed to some server. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I had a menu disaster.
Just toying with my audio settings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I think it should be better. I think it was picking up something in the background.
Oh, okay.
But it was weird because it wasn't showing green on my end on Discord, so I was very confused.
I don't know. Sorry, so anyways. Against Lou, though. Lou, you really, really need to find ice.
Yeah.
If this is Lou, I would pitch this. You cannot be pushing out cards. You cannot be pushing out remotes iceless against Lou.
Yeah,
they will
they'll
check
like
it and they
gamble,
will trash
run, and then
yeah,
trash
and then
whatever.
that's so bad for you. But against Arasana, it's okay to put out just push assets out onto the board, like install. That's fine, right? So know your matchup. And against Criminal, I might also pitch this because I need an ice right here, right? Because like this hand is like non-functional against Criminal because click 1 spin, click 2 ice HQ, click 3 question mark, right? Like it's kind of non-functional against Criminal, so I would pitch this against Criminal. But against, I think, Shaper, I keep this. Let's see what I do. Yep, I kept it. So let's see. I think this hand is probably spin res, cohort, plus card. Or just push it out, you know? Complexity is good against Shaper turn 1 because 1, they really don't want to be checking random shit. And if I can sneak through this cohort, it's like so good for me. I can like toss this petty cash, right? This regenesis will be useful later. They're probably not going to check it, right? So.
Yeah, because dredging the spin means they only have 2 things to worry about. Now they have 3.
Look, it's a copulation. What do you know?
Okay, yes, some Shapers play copulation.
I'm just saying. Okay, so see, Shaper did not run, right? Shaper doesn't run. That's what they don't. They don't do that. So I think it's a really bad opening hand.
Yeah, he's gotten really
awful.
poor. Like I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to pay off his environmental testing, but
yeah. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Shaper. So let's see what Armando. Oh, Armando was petty cash. we cohort pitch petty cash, drew petty cash with the cohort, and then Mando petty cash. This hand looks awful, but we'll see what Spin Doctor gets us. Now here's an AUCO fundamental. Don't autoplay your petty cash. Play it when you need the money. You wanna generally, the reason to not play petty cash immediately is you wanna hold out for Blowerwort, right? So if I'm at 6 here, it's pretty easy for me to duck down to Blowerwort range at 4. It'd be 3, but if I'm installing a Blowerwort, it'd be at 4 because I can res the Blowerwort. Anyways. But if I was at 8, right, it would take more than just an ice for me to fire Bladderwort. So hold your petty cash. Don't play it immediately. play it when you need money. So when a red Spin Doctor, we're probably going to. We want to draw into an ice here, but we're not looking. So we can click one draw and see what we find, but it's not very likely that we can. So when you look at this hand, you want to form immediately playing Alco. You need to form game plans. So there are several game plans that you can go with Alco. Against Shaper, a really common and good game plan is to aggressively push out Regenesis. So I have Regenesis on board. I have a Spin Doctor on board. It's very unlikely for Shaper to check this card next turn because it hasn't been res, right? There's no need to. Runner don't like to waste time checking unresed cards if it didn't do anything, because it could have been a moon pool, right? And that would not be a very good run at all. So they typically don't run cards that don't. So this Regenesis will probably stay here for a while. So we want to be thinking about, because we've just drawn into Fuji, we want to think about pushing a Regenesis threat immediately, especially against Shaper. Since Shaper will outscale you, you want to win fast. So I think this hand, you want to angle for a Fuji push, or for a Regenesis push. That probably would mean draw, install credit, or draw, install, pitch 2 cards, and one of them is going to be Fuji. We have a Spin Doctor to protect our Fuji if that needs to happen. Yeah, I think, let's see what we do. So we play the Petty Cash because we're not seeing any Flower Words right now, and we might need money in the future once we push out the Regenesis, right? So we play the Petty Cash, draw. We drew into Anemone, which is perfect because now we can immediately ice up the cohorts, and we can credit and pitch the Fuji if that's what we want to do. Yeah, I drew. Yeah, so I probably drew.
Overdrawing and pitching one petty.
Yeah. Yeah, pitching the petty is great. I think the other reason that I play the petty now is because I have so many petties in hand that you get kind of like petty taxed, or you get kind of petty compressed a little bit.
You only do one per turn.
Yeah, you can only play one a turn. So if you have a hand where you draw like a ton of petty, you might want to consider playing them and not holding them, like I just suggested. So yeah, I think I drew to pitch to Fuji, but also pitch to Petty Cash. But yeah, I never mind. I guess.
Interesting.
I like this. They
Yeah,
only have one
yeah.
credit. That's like one thing that's worth noting.
That's true.
True.
I definitely wasn't thinking about that, you guys. I don't know what I was thinking about.
Well, you're setting up the Regenesis, and that's important.
Yeah,
I think
so
part of it is having a cohort to do a cohort flip for the single advancement on the Regenesis is nice.
Yeah.
Because that still gives you a click over. So obviously, like, spending your turn triple advancing Regenesis, getting 4 points is a good turn. But if you get one of those clicks for free because of the cohort flip, then you're a lot happier.
I think
and
there's
you can continue pushing on the board.
I think there's a really good reason to push this cohort out now. The runner is extremely credit taxed right now, so they're also very click taxed, right? So they have like 4 different things they could be doing. They could be checking archives. They want to be running this cohort, right? They're already like priced into trashing this cohort. They really want to do this no matter
and that's a bit
what.
of psychology that, like, as you know that your runner opponents really focus on that cohort right now.
Yep.
So because they're playing kind of responsibly, that's your window to push out something aggressively.
I'm such a genius when I play like JNet games.
If they go get that cohort,
wow.
If they go get that cohort, I think you have exactly enough money to kill them with measured response.
Oh, they don't have enough cards in hand? That's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, because you cohort flip.
No. We're not on threat.
You would be if you score the Regenesis with the second cohort flip.
That's true.
That is pretty messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, you clicklessly score the Regenesis. You're at 7 credits from resing the second cohort. Advance, score Regenesis, measured with your 5 remaining credits.
But they have 5 cards in hand?
Yeah, if they go down.
If they go down, yeah.
If they dip, you just win.
Yeah. So let's see what they do. So this cohort pushed, fucking genius. I'm the smartest being in this world.
Oh my god.
And humble too.
Yeah. Yeah, now we get a really
Oh.
nice. Oh yeah, we're like
Did you already shit to
a bunch of
trigger
RA
environmental
stuff.
testing?
Yeah. Yep, and then we score the Regenesis for pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And we have a click left over. We can ice the core. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, mwah, chef's kiss. How am I so smart at this game?
Yeah, I think having cohort with anemone is really nice because it means that
Mhm.
if they do have a way to get through the ice, okay, well you lose the cohort,
Yep.
which is your next counter, but you get the anemone
Mhm.
at eco counters anyways.
Yep. Yep. Why am I on one counter?
Because you didn't
Oh,
get one
because the
last time
first
because you had to
cohort.
flip.
Yeah.
Cohort advance instead of, or cohort flip instead of cohort
Yep.
pitch.
And again, whenever you play anemones, think about what you're trashing. There's a petty cash in my hand, so I'm doing that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any situation where trashing petty cash is wrong. Unless you like really need the click for 2
Yep,
for some reason.
there's almost never a reason not to trash the petty cash. Trash the
Yeah.
cash, you know, that's what they say. So
Who says that, Leah? Who says that?
trash the cash, you know, like they say that. The
No one
kids,
says that.
the kids, they say
Kids
that.
aren't saying that.
She's hip with the kid.
I'm hip with the kids, guys. So, runner took 3 damage here, so I got 3 counters. That's Anemone's such a fucking good card, right? Like, fucking cinema. So, the runner is rich, but he, like, I have 4 points, right? So, and I have, you know, if I fast advance this culture, I'm at 6 points, and then I can win from there. So, that's just gonna be the game
Also, 12
plan.
credits is not going to be enough to trash like Moonpool, Splatterworks, etc.
Yeah.
The money was going to go away. So.
Yeah, the money, most of that money was from the EV testing, and none of that is drip, right? Like, that's like, it's not recurring money. It's not like companions, it's not fencer, so that's just gonna be ooh. So that's just gonna be the game plan. Actually, let's look at Corp View so I can see like the decisions. The game plan is just going to be try and fast advance out the sericulture while being as annoying as possible. I've just received a bunch of alco counters, so over the next few turns, I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards. The runner will always have to be playing around measured now because we're on threat 4, right? Like this Regenesis Fuji push is so messed up for the runner, right? Because now the runner will always need to have 8 more credits and 4 more cards in hand, and we can still threaten double measured all the time, right? So look at this hand. Double Blower is perfect for us because we just push it out and like just farming counters. So we're really happy to be at this credit total right now. We're at 4, right? Which means that we install these 2 and we can fire them immediately by resing both of them.
Yeah, that's a really good situation where not snap playing the petty caches.
Yep. Yeah, so you really don't want to be snap playing the petty cache here. And just like putting stuff on the board. Also, check this out, okay? I have petty cache, Hansei, measured, right? If I draw into a second measured here, which I can potentially with Alco counters and maybe with a Spin Doctor, right? This is an out. This is something that you want to hang over the runner's head always, right? The potential, I have potential to kill here with double measured if the runner plays carelessly. So you always want to be setting this up, right? The runner doesn't know I have this, but I have 1 measured and petty cache Hansei. So always be able to threaten double measured at all time. It's really, really important.
Yeah, and on the runner side, you just have to be aware of that risk.
Yep.
I think as long as you have to chance it that they like hope that they don't have double measured, because it does ask for a lot of things to line up, right? Currently, you have 3 of the 4, but it's always possible, and I've seen that decide a lot of games.
Yeah. No, it's actually an extremely common scenario. I think every single game that I played during Mega City was literally all I needed to do was draw into 1 measured or draw into the second measured and I win, right? Like, because I have the threat, right? I have this threat, I have this threat in the bin, right? And I have Hansei in hand. So just be aware that you can do this and be aware to always keep it up when you can. So let's see what the Rangers. And also, by the way, it's also fucked up because now the runner had to keep checking archives because I'm still threatening Regenesis, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can
You can do
still
second
win with the
Regenesis.
Regenesis. So it's like a really fucked up board state for the runner now. Even though I have no money and the runner has a lot.
Oh,
we're
they're grabbing the
trashing.
petty cash. That's not bad.
With a moon pool on the table,
Yeah.
you're still threatening Regenesis even if they check archives. It doesn't really matter if they check archives because you just pitch with moon pool on their turn.
Yeah.
I think it might be a bit poor to do that, but maybe you have
Yeah,
to check
it's a
credits.
little poor, but yeah. In theory, if you have more money. I don't love the cup here. I feel
Yeah,
like
you
there's
do
a
really want to use
gajillion
it to get
cards.
a good asset.
Yeah, like you can cup a Plyward, right? Like
Yeah, but maybe he's playing around that line that you mentioned. Anyways,
yeah. That's
I think the runner's already in a really bad position. I think they had to contest
But
that first Regenesis.
I could credit Hansi measured too. It'd be single measured, but it's something. So
Technically, you're not too poor. If you pitch 2 agendas on their turn, use 1 for advancement counter, leave the other one there, credit advance, you got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true. If I would need some amount of agendas, yeah. Just
You
run,
need
I
2
guess.
agendas in hand and a regen on table, but you
Yeah,
can do moon pool.
That's pretty good.
From 4, yeah.
Yeah, credit
Oh,
advancement.
so much Plyward damage.
Yeah, this is a dream board state. Shaper hates this because all they ever do is draw, and like they can't keep up with it. Just like double Plyward, it's so hard for them to do. So let's look at this. I don't love Samak against Shaper in general, so I'm probably gonna be pitching Samak here. Anemone is always like a good card again, right? Anemone, your best ice, almost always. Yeah,
Is the Samak thing just because of Propeller or?
Propeller, yes.
Yep.
Propeller's just really good. It's like 1 credit for the Shaper, and they only need to run a server twice, right? Like it's usually you don't really need to run a server that many times, so look at our magic number. It's 3.
Hey.
You want to do that? Do that every time. Always be at 3. Like two Platter Awards, 3 credits. Oh, I don't have petty cash anymore, but if I had a petty cash, I mean, I could still have a petty cash, right? Like, I could
these 2 Platter Awards get you to 5 as well, so you don't need petty.
Yeah.
They only do 1 damage, but you're threatening to get to Hansi.
Yeah, magic number 3 credits, right? And I can still rest this an enemy, right? I'm still threatening something. This like magic number stay end your turn at 3. Always.
Oh, you install the Sericulture instead.
Yep, because advance, score, and then I just like win with a 2-1. Yeah. The second FUT.
That illumination he can't play.
Yeah, the second FUT isn't really doing anything, right? And the Sericulture, if he does not interact, right, like I will score it out, do FUT damage, and then suddenly I'm in like an insanely good spot, right? I just need to draw into 2 of hybrids now to win. So, and with this board state, right, I'm still ducked for Platter Ward. I can't res an enemy anymore, but it's okay, right?
You also have a table moon pool. You can just fast advance if you draw a Sericulture, you win.
So the rest of this game is just like the rest of this game is whatever, right? Like I pretty much won at this point, right? I'm 6-0. The runner doesn't have anything really, right? And I just need to draw into 2-1 now.
Yeah, now you're happily letting him trash anything because you just need to hold on to the money to win.
Yep. Do I have another petty in the bin? No.
No, you played 2 and he cupped 1.
There's an argument to try and go up to 5 around this time, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Sorry, I'm like going through this way too fast because it's kind of game over.
It's okay. You can just focus on the important turns. People have questions. But yeah, outcome can end up in this really nasty like endgame state where just like whoever finds the hybrid wins.
Well, let's look at this turn really quick. So this outgo trash gets me a Platter Ward, and I know I have a second measured. So just pushing that out, The runner decides to run archive. So here's where you ask yourself if you can feed Fuji. So if I feed Fuji here, runner goes down to 3 cards, so I can win with a single measured, or sorry, a double measured. So just it's just a matter of asking myself, can I play double measured? And the answer is actually no, right? I don't have a petty cash in the bin, so I can't. Flowerworks will only give me the 4 credits, so I can't Hansei double measured here. So, and also, I don't really need this 2 damage to happen for me to threaten double measured anyways, because I have 2 Flowerworks. So the runner is already on 3, and the difference between them being on 3 and 1 is like negligible. And so I think the correct decision here is to spin it back, because we don't want to feed points if there's no reason to.
Yeah, I feel like feeding points usually is when you're slightly in an unfavored position and you just like are hoping for that damage to do something important.
Yep.
Or you just like generally don't have a way to get it.
Yep. Some draws here will win us the game with fast advancing regenesis here. So we want to angle for that as well. Oh, well,
Then you just find hybrid.
Just find hybrid, easy. See, easy. So yeah, that
but
is
you did
the
win the fast advance anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you had a fast advance line.
I did. So that is the general game plan with Alco. I think this game is pretty representative of a lot of Alco games. Just like step 1, score Fuji. Step 2, score 3-2. Step 3, score 2-1. Right?
No. You did not score Fuji because that would involve barely advancing it 5 times. You scored Regenesis, which is 1 point, and then had the bonus 3 points tacked onto it for some reason.
Don't worry about it. And then she only prints cool cards. Balance.
I'm being salty about
cards.
it. Just because Regenesis is very strong, right? And when you're running against Regenesis, when you're running against Ayuko, the main thing you need to do is like stop Regenesis at all costs, as long as that cost doesn't mean dying.
Regenesis is a very much a shaper killer, right? Because they're they're a little too slow to contest Regenesis early. So a lot of times I will do a really aggressive Regenesis push in the early game, and Shaper just like can't respond to that, right? Like
I think one of my favorite games I've seen in recent memory was, I want to say CBI or some finals game between Eden on Ayuko and Tuno on Madani Lat. And turn 1, Eden goes install and remote, ice remote, Hansei. And that looks so much like a cohort. And the next turn, it goes triple advanced score Johnson.
Yeah.
And it was so nasty.
There was also a turn where I remember, maybe it was a different game, but it was a rematch, I think. But there was a turn somewhere in the mid game where, I think I was casting this game. Were we
casting this Near Showdown game?
I think so. I think we were casting this. I don't remember. It was you. I was casting this game though. But Tuna was on Madani Lot, and it was it was after a turn where it contested something really important and scored. And then Eden, right after that, immediately pushed a Regenesis. Now, as a caster, I didn't realize it, or I did realize it because I kind of felt it in my bones. I was like, wow, Eden is definitely gonna push Regenesis here because Tuno, as Shaper, right? Shaper has an ebb and flow. They contest and then they rebuild, and then they contest and then they rebuild, right? So after they contest, it's a really good time to be pushing Regenesis. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Shapers are like Hoshiko. Hoshiko maybe should have been a Shaper. Right?
I mean, that's why she played 3 Rizeki.
Oh my god, maybe Shaper should be a Shaper ID, because like the ebb and flow of Shaper. Come on.
Okay,
NSG.
so what if you make a special run and you draw cards or get credits, right? Depending on how much MU you have.
Oh my god.
And so your MU is full.
Wow.
I have some questions about ice priority.
Oh yeah.
Because like everyone says to like ice your cohorts, ice your foot, but
we did talk about Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm especially curious about like how you actually assign the ice and when you end up pitching versus keeping, and also when you end up like putting agendas behind ice versus trying to sneak them through the table.
We talked a little bit about ice placement a little bit, or we talked about a little bit about ice placement, but your question is more specific than that. You're welcome to rewatch the section of us later if you want. So Netrunner is a game about bluffing. Sometimes
No, it's a game about math.
it's like poker, you know?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes if they expect you to push an agenda behind ice, sometimes you can push trash behind ice and push an agenda on a remote that didn't expect to find an agenda in, right? Like on the table. It's just all very board dependent. It's kind of hard to give a general answer for this.
Yeah, I think a lot of it also depends on how your opponent has been playing too. If they're like a board checker, if they're focused on ice, and then also the faction too. So like in the last game, we were playing against Arasana, and Arasana is really good at like summoning the tools to deal with one ice. So like they'll probably just like pick the server that's ice and be like, I'm gonna go trash that one, right? But then like against a Lu or an Essa who's maybe even struggling to find breakers, well, they're very happy to like, well, especially Lu, happy checking the table. But it's like, well, I don't have my tide down yet, so I like can't just get, I just can't get through ice. And then like Reden's behind Samakubo too is very safe.
I have something. I have some stuff to add to that. I feel like when you put an agenda on the table, a couple things to ask are like, well, how bad is it if they do check it, right? Like, let's say it's a Regenesis that like obviously is great if you get to float it. If you have backup to protect archives, right? Like it, not just like ice, but if you have like a spin doctor or a moon pool to save archives if you need to, because you know if they see a table Regenesis, they're gonna go check archives, right? Like who wouldn't? So before you table a Regenesis, make sure that archives has a spin or something to back it up. And then I think the other big one is FUT, right? Like if you have FUT, it might just not be worth it. They might have pieces in their hand they can't lose. Like especially if they're poor, they're like, well, I don't want to just check it and find something I can't trash, and I don't want to check it and touch an agenda that is just going to shoot me for 2 damage or 3 damage. And
so
I
it's the
think
case
actually
in
that's
this
one of the
board state, right? There's a FUD on the board, and that's why I push out adversary cultures, because if the runner touches this, it's not that good for them. It's just a 3/2 for them, and it also pings them for 2 damage. It's like, it sucks. So
like the big thing about FUT is actually not so much the damage inherently, but FUT's a great distractor.
yeah,
Right? Like FUT takes a lot of their attention. They sort of have to deal with it eventually. Because like it is true that games where you let FUT cut the whole game, you also get messed up. So they're not wrong to contest the FUT.
Yeah.
But sort of becomes a priority and then pulls them away from checking the table.
Yeah.
You kind of have to touch FUT before you take random accesses or face downs.
It's like a front company.
The other thing you have to respect is face down Fuji. Right? When the runner's on 0 credits here, or sorry, when the runner's on 0 agenda points, you could totally just put a Fuji on the table and then plan on moon pooling it later, right? Because if there's
Fuji
a
in
Fuji on the
archives.
table, that's scoreable with moon pool. Moon pool gets 2 advancements, triple advance. So like, are they willing to take 4 damage to a Fuji?
Yeah.
Or they could lose the game to a Fuji.
Yeah.
Getting scored.
Yeah. Table Fuji is not super duper common, but in some board states you will find them, and we'll talk about that in this game actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, would you have tabled a Fuji instead of the Sericulture here if you had one?
No, I would not, because it does not do anything for me.
Yeah.
I think if
you
I
had
could
2 more in hand, maybe.
I think if I had more money and I could Fuji advance, then I would. But it was the Sericulture have a specific purpose, right? If I score it, I'm at 6 points, which is really good for me. So, but Fuji doesn't do that for me, so I wouldn't table it.
Yeah, I think if you had 2 more agendas, so the moon pool would actually do something, then maybe.
Also, tabling Fujis are kind of scary. Even if it's good at the moment, like if the runner touches it and they might die, it might become a liability later, right? They might check it and score 3 points, and that's not what you want. You don't want to. Generally, you don't want to be tabling Fujis, because Fujis can become quite a liability on the board. because you
Yeah,
can't.
just like how your scoring pattern will involve Regenesis Fuji, the runner's winning pattern usually has to involve one Fuji as well.
Yep. Anyways, next game.
Against Grim.
All right, class. Should we keep this hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Jammable.
Jammable behind our non-existent ice.
If we Mando the Hansei, we do Hansei Regenesis on the table.
And then get transferred?
And then we get transferred and we win. Because we play Hansei,
oh,
so
because we're playing golf. Okay, I get it. Get it.
But this is against Lafir, so.
Yeah, but they don't have transfer in their hand, so it's fine.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Anyways, while being
You
sarcastic.
don't look at that before making your first play. I always look to see if they have transfer in their hand.
True. Looking, yeah. Anyways. So
We're all being sarcastic. You can mull this hand because it has 4 agendas out of 5 cards and no ice for HQ.
the most important thing you wanna mulligan for against Criminal is an ice. Your first ice really important. Put it on HQ. Okay. So. Hey, we found an ice.
There's a couple niche board cases where you might not have to because you're able to duck pretty easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but by and large, you want to find one ice. Neither thinks that he should keep this hand. Yeah, I can see it.
It's very tempting, but I think you need some card draw.
His hand
Yeah,
is
I think.
so
Oh,
much
he
better.
mulled in a much better hand. Oh,
Wow.
cow.
Easy.
Oh, that's kind of
I
grotesque.
feel like this is better, he says.
Still no transfer. Still no
Jesus,
transfer.
Still no transfer.
True.
Okay, so turn 1 here. Pretty easy. You just want to ice HQ, and we have an enemy for that. Again, an enemy, a really good ice on HQ. HQ is generally like the remote that Crim will always run at some point in the game, so an enemy is never really wasted. If they run early, right, if they like early transfer or something, you duck and then you take 2 counters, and that's really, really good for you. So an enemy on HQ here is premium. You don't really want the Swatter. Like, yes, if Swatter was the only ice in my hand, I would put it on HQ. But it's not the best ice on HQ because it's very easily solved with Shibboleth, right? And Shibboleth is very easy to put down for the Criminal. And also the Perch doesn't do anything against Criminal, so not a good ice on HQ. An enemy is much better. And also Fly Swatter is also cheaper, so you can't duck with it as well, right? You typically want to stay at 3 and you want to duck with 3 credits instead of ducking with only 2 credits, and then you ended up with giving the Criminals like some amount of money still. I guess they would just jack out, huh? They probably wouldn't want to steal 2 credits, 1 credit. But anyways, Swatter is still perfect here because we can push an HR. So this is like kind of an ideal start against Criminal. You want ice on HQ, ice remote, and then something nice behind their remote. And HR is great for that. Court's also another really good one. So
he didn't install the Nuka.
I'm not surprised. I think Class Act is a better install before Nuka, and then Nuka can start picking up Class Act value, right?
But the as value, isn't last click gaining a credit? Just install the Nuka. It's free.
No, Class Act already.
No.
Oh,
last click was credit, right? Why not just install Nuka?
Yeah, I would have installed Nuka. I don't understand why he didn't install the Nuka.
Just get out of hand just in case of anything
but
weird.
It is not free. It is 1 credit.
Oh, Class Act gets the as. Yeah. Okay, so we're probably spacing out as triggers. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't think that's important though. Like, you'll probably
No.
find another one, which he didn't, but you probably would. I mean, your Nuka would draw you into an as installable, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're not here to talk about Criminal, whatever. So, what a great hand. HR. One of the problems with HR is you might not find an operation, but this deck is playing a lot of operations. It's playing 4 plus 3, so 7 operations, which is.
I mean, measured is also an operation, but you usually cannot play it on HR.
I actually do a lot. I actually do that a lot.
Really?
It's really funny. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Oh,
it's just it's just tempo, right? So let's see what we get with HR. So what's the game plan here? We continue to want to push out stuff. We are forced to play hedge fund here, so Flower Ward will not be online for a very long time. So this is actually not a very good hand. Surprisingly. So in a hand like this, you cry a little bit. So okay. But
To do that first.
after crying, you want to consider what your game plan is. Since you have Fuji, you're probably going to be pushing early Regenesis with this kind of hand, right? You want to draw into Regenesis and you want to be able to threaten regen score immediately. But other than that, you just want to push bullshit onto the board and make the runner run, right? Give the runner something fun to do. I think in this spot, there's a couple things that you can do. One, you can ice archives and prepare for a Fuji trash into archives. Two, you can continue to build out your remote. With like an enemy on this remote, but you probably don't want to put that. You don't want to put the enemy this turn just because like there might not be anything to push underneath it, so it's not necessary. You could push Moonpool plus Moonpool server 1, server 2. You want to be a little bit careful about pushing a dead card or like a card that gets stuck in the remote into an iced remote, right? Because if I push a Moonpool here under this Fly Swatter, Meteor might never check it, right? And this goes for an enemy too, and it goes more for an enemy because an enemy is a much more important ice that you don't want to have things rot behind it. So, but for example, if I push Moonpool an enemy, Meteor might not even check the Moonpool ever, and so this Moonpool will rot and takes up a server slot where if I like start drawing cohort or something, I won't be able to push under it. And that would be really sad. So I think generally you don't want to be, the play that you would not want to be making in this turn is probably Moonpool an enemy. I say, I'm sure I would immediately do that in this game, but don't worry about it. But similarly,
one thing I want to highlight, I do like the idea of Anemone and Archives, even though you don't have any face downs now, but just to set it up in the future.
Yeah, just to set up in the future.
Because like one of the really obvious tells when people like start playing Outgo is they sort of only ice Archives on the Regenesis turn. But you just have an ice there, make it annoying, make them. I know you're very obvious.
Yeah. So you know, so there's a couple lines here: is ice archives with an enemy, or just start putting out shit onto the board. So that's Moonpool, right? You can also put out Blowerwort. The runner probably won't trash it, but it'll waste their time, and it will be useful later, right? Yep, Moonpool. Just put out stuff. Give the runner stuff to do, right? He might not trash it, and if he does, we're kind of happy because Moonpool is kind of useless right now, and it's more useful being a credit drain on the runner, right? But Meteor saying so gas that he probably didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm really clicking for credits way too many times. Like, why do we... See, okay, hold on. We see this, right? He trashed the Moonpool, and he can't play the Mystic. He can't play the Mystic. Yeah. So that was a bad Moonpool trash because it prevented him from playing the Mystic.
Trash. Maybe he's thinking that it's Regenesis in server 1 and Fuji in HQ, so that'll pitch the agenda and then let you advance.
Yeah, and Moonpool is pretty good in this board state. If I draw a Regenesis, I can like start pushing it out, right? So for example, if I draw Regenesis here, I can do an enemy Regenesis onto this server and then hold the Moonpool and then do you can Moonpool trash Fuji's on your opponent's turn, and then on your turn you can score out the Regenesis, right? And that is a line that you can angle for with this kind of hand, right? So
especially with how rich you are, right? That's totally what you want to be rezzing your Moonpools.
So
like, I honestly wonder if you wanted to not play that edge.
No, you can't not, right? Like you can't not. You can't be wasting clicks. Can't be wasting clicks against sorry, go ahead.
Was there a reason to not push the Bladderwort behind the Fly Swatter?
Yes.
Just to start
the Bladderwort doesn't do
chipping
anything.
away.
Bladderwort doesn't do anything in this board state. I have way too much money. So Bladderwort says do 1 damage if you have 4 or less credits. I have way too much money. This Bladderwort is not going to be doing anything. It will only be rotting in this server, and we don't really want cards to be rotting behind our very valuable ice. So.
And
Yeah,
you
I
don't really
think
want the credits that it gives you.
You don't
because
want,
then
yeah, you don't want the credit.
Every time it fires, you're further from getting net damage from it, which is what you really want.
So here's
exactly, yeah. One thing I see is that some players will just red that ladder work because they're like money. But I think the way to make Alco play really threatening is to just leave it unrezzed until it's really causing damage. Or you need that money for whatever reason.
Yep. So here's an Alco fundamental, right? Cards are better when they're unrezzed because they add a lot of complexity onto the board state. And this goes significantly for Bladderwort. An unrezzed Bladderwort is so much better than a res Bladderwort that is way above threshold, right? Bladderwort giving you a credit turn doesn't fucking matter. That credit is like almost detrimental to you. Right? Because Alco is all about credit control, right? So it's very important that you have a precise control over your credit total. And Bladderwort is absolutely not doing that for you if it's just res and doing nothing. And when it's unres, it adds a lot of complexity, right? It could be Regenesis, it could be Moonpool, it could be Reaper function. It could be fucking anything, right? So unres cards adds complexity, and a lot of times that's better than the card being res. So that is something to keep in mind.
So Leah,
yeah,
you said that you wanted to keep the fly swatter slot open, and like that jamming behind it would be the mistake. So like, would the ideal turn here then be to install 2 moon pools naked?
Yeah, that's something you can certainly consider. Swatter is kind of a bad eye, so I don't really mind having something rotting behind it. Also, I have an anemone, so if I draw into a cohort right now, I can immediately jam it behind the anemone, right? So it's not the worst, and I still want like a protected moonpool, right? This moonpool is still quite useful eventually when I draw Regenesis, right? So
and I think maybe the most valuable thing of the moonpool behind this is that it read like Regenesis to me here, which made him go run it.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 table things you might not have run.
So here's another important Alco fundamental is like Alco games, they're usually quite different depending on what your draws are. Alco is generally pretty draw dependent, but you can typically make any draws work, right? You just have to think about what your hand is, and with your hand, what is the game plan. So with this hand, it is not a hand with cohorts and not a hand with futs. So my game plan is probably going to be trying to set up a Regenesis whenever I draw it, right? So, you know, Alco is like playing a roguelike, you know, like you get what you get and you play around it. That's why I love playing Alco.
I don't know. I think you always slash them in 3 cohorts to the top, and then I somehow lose to that.
I have to thank NB Kelly for that one. God bless you, man.
Shout out JNet Premium.
Shout out NB Kelly, giving me JNet Premium, helping me out in tournaments. I'm kidding. My lawyer informs me that I'm not allowed to say these things, so
yes.
I want everyone to know that this is a joke, and JNet Premium is not real. Okay.
That's what someone that has JNet Premium would say.
It's not real. I'm making a joke. Okay. All right, we good? Okay. Sorry.
If everyone has JNet Premium, then no one does.
Oh, look. We drew Regenesis. Remember that line that we were talking about where immediately as soon as we draw Regenesis, we'll Regenesis an enemy, and then now we have like a score line with Moonpool, Pop, trashing Fuji, right? I said that. We're about to do it. So that only costs 2 clicks, so we draw first. We could also Regenesis an enemy, push up Bladderwort, and just adds complexity to the board state. That's also okay. But I think I opted for drawing first because, I mean, kind of need cards in hand. My hand needs to get a little bit better here. It's kind of shit. And Bladderwort isn't really doing anything except to cause confusion, which is good, but you know. So let's see how Mither respawn. He has no money. I mean, sorry, he has 5 credits.
Yeah, but it's slow money, and
it's
so
slow money.
It's not money to like install breaker, run, or whatever.
It'd be pretty hard for him to run this. Pretty hard for him to run HQ. Now, if he like just straight up transfer here, it could hurt me. But you know, he has to play around Lion's Mane. He has to play around Botu. He has to play around Samaxamoon, right? So
YOLO.
easy.
Okay. YOLO is not a click, Cybershark.
He clicked
Oh,
to draw?
that's why I keep losing.
Meteor is a proponent of holding your Nuka counters against Alco, which I sort of like, but not the first Nuka counter. I'm not sure why he's holding
Yeah, I think you hold the
the
second
first
Nuka
Nuka.
counter.
So we don't have Hermes
And the
here. Who
single.
fucking cares?
Yeah, single and R&D seem totally unnecessary there.
Yeah, Hermes is one of the
Companion
reasons
before
to
the
ice
random
R&D,
access
by the
good,
way.
though.
What?
Companion before random access, I think, is a misplay I see pretty frequently. Like, that was good. That
Oh,
put the companion
Yep.
down and then
Yeah.
random access.
I thought you
Yeah.
said that putting it before is a misplay.
No,
Like,
no, not yeah.
Not
I
doing that
phrased
is
it
a
weird.
misplay. Yeah.
Not doing it is a misplay.
So we're not here to critique Meteor play, so let's move on. He ran to get the Carmen down.
Carmen.
Yeah, so it makes
Okay.
sense. This
Yeah.
is one of the reasons I don't love Carmen. He kind of made a bad
Yep.
run to install Carmen, and it's like not great.
He's also dead here. If you had
If I
in
measured,
hand,
Oh wow.
that's so funny.
Yeesh.
Not a threat though, right?
We will be after
We will
scoring
be.
those
yeah, we will
chances.
be. That's the gross part.
Yeah, that's
so wait,
really funny.
You're doing this on runner turn, right?
Yeah, so I'm currently doing this on runner turn. So here's
So you'll have the outcome counter.
I can't use
use
Alco
it.
counter here. So here's a fundamental for Alco. Always look for opportunities to get Alco counters. So here's a moon pool. Moon pool, you want to trash a card from your hand just to get an Alco counter, right? Like if your card, if this Flyward is kind of bad in this board state, it might not be actually. It can get pretty good, but sometimes like you want to look for opportunity to trash cards from your hand in order to get Alco counters. Right. Next turn, I won't be able to spend them, but the following turn I will. Right. So Moonpool is a card that can trash cards from hand to give you alcohol counters. Longevity Serum is another card that does that. So always don't forget to do that. Don't forget to sneak in some alcohol counters when you can. So, oh, and I didn't in this case because yeah, these cards are kind of gas, right? Like I have two servers.
Well, you pitched the two Fujis.
Oh yeah.
that's what you did.
Right, yeah.
Got one of them in the bin for Genesis.
Yeah. Right, I already did it. I'm a genius.
Yeah, you did the right play. Good job.
Oh, do I die?
You're asking, do I die? You could.
Can.
You very well can.
But I guess
get the butt down first.
Yeah, I get to put
really
button first. So cool. I love Alco. Yeah, and then now we're into.
Oh, and it's a clean getaway too. Oh.
And we're now on 2 credits or 2 counters. It's great. Yeah, Meteor's doing stuff. So putting down the Shibboleth here is perfect for him. I was debating whether to res this water. I should have. I think.
Yeah, just a duck.
It's a duck.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, if you res it, then you can't afford to trash it.
Trash flash.
Oh, holy shit.
And he's at 3, so like even.
Wait,
if
I'm
he puts,
stupid.
even
Wait,
if
I'm.
he has 4,
Wait, I'm
I'd still
bad.
track from the credit.
Okay, I should have res. Obviously, I'm stupid.
Yeah, and then even if you res, you can still credit measured.
Yeah, I'm huge
doesn't
misplay.
drop,
Huge
so.
misplay.
Protect your twinks.
Huge misplay. I should have res this swatter. I was just considering it. I wasn't looking at the credit total. If it was even worth resing a swatter with a shibboleth on board, but I should have. I think I res it later anyways, so just me being stupid.
Fud's back. It's fine.
He's back. And now he'll be on a better server, right? So it's fine. This choice is pretty simple. These 2 cards are better than this card, so we pitched the bad card.
Wait, you have to explain how that's the bad card. It's because you don't have good ways to score it right now, right? You could do it off the table.
It's a bad card because we need tempo on the board. That's a 3-2
exactly.
is not tempo. Even though it could win me the game, it's like, well, Meteor would probably win the game first, right? So
yeah, points don't win you games.
Points don't win you games.
State wins you games.
Yep. Like I could trash a Spin Doctor because I already have another one, but Spin Doctors are always so good. So in this. Yep. So just spam out the board. Splatter Ward will be useful now. Right. Or well, it won't be useful yet. Not until he like run one of these, but he probably will, right? Plus this looks like Agenda. Or this looks like Regenesis too. This looks like a regen push. Could be fucking anything. Could be a cohort.
It's really good for you.
Oh wow, look, I rested anyways. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Oh.
What the FUT is wrong with me?
Oh, but hey, at least you're the Magic 3 credit number.
Yep. Which doesn't matter because my power is getting trashed.
Yeah. Okay, you'll find the other one. Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
I let him touch the agenda here. I think I'm angling for a... I mean, that was last click, right?
Yeah.
Tip to play against Alco. You generally never want to run last click against Alco because it gives them so much options, right?
Yep.
So credit measured wins me the game here. So that's why I fed him, right? You always want to play around. You always want to play around the possibility of drawing into measured. And I have 3 draws to do so here because 1 Mando and a Spin Doctor. So, yeah, in theory, you'd add a MMR here. Res. So, not dead to MR. That's okay. But, you know, could have. It's 2 in whatever for 3 draws. So, still worth going for. Yeah. And like going for that, we're still not in a bad spot, right? We're still in a really good spot. He's still only at 3 points, and we drew into some really nice stuff, so we can start pushing this cohort. We could even credit hedge fund here, so that's 2 lines that we can consider. Line 1 is push cohort, push a spin, push a samak probably on R&D at this point of the game. Just to ward off singles, because if we like put down the Hermes and start looking for singles, it could be pretty bad for us. But yeah, so that's 1 line. The other line is just credit hedge fund, and that's fine too. We want to keep our money up to threaten reses. I think in this spot, I would probably go with the cohort play because it's more annoying for Meter to have to check the server every single turn.
Yep, so it's complexity, tax
complexity,
money,
yeah.
Just install credit.
Yeah, and if he doesn't check it, right? Oh, I just pushed it on
new
a
ice.
new server. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to protect this cohort really bad.
Yeah, but you can't really res this Samak, right?
I could if I wanted to.
Even if Meter knew that you didn't have it in hand, you were 17% chance to draw it off those 3. Like, that's 1 in 5 roughly. That's pretty good.
Thanks, math
I think
guy.
a face down Samok threatening Anemone is pretty nice.
That's right.
With the daily casts on his side, like he actually had so much credits to just run through a fly swatter and check something, you know?
Yeah, so I think I'm not sure why I pushed out this Samok. Probably should just push it behind this water, because I'm probably just gonna res this an enemy. Or at least hold money to res an enemy, or hold money to play the hedge fund the following turn.
Yeah.
Resing the enemy is just better than resing the Samak here anyways, so... Yep, that's what I did. And we pitched the Fuji. You almost always want to pitch Fujis, especially if you have Spin Doctor. It's just a really good pitch, right? Like, and it's still threatening something here. If the... It lets you have something for... You generally, especially if you have Spin Doctor or Moon Pools on the board, you generally want to be pitching agendas, because agenda in archives is fuel for Moon Pool. It's also a way for you to threaten a FUT damage. It's also a way for you to threaten Regenesis, right? So generally, you want to be pushing agendas onto the bin when you can. Just don't do it too much
also...
because you could die.
Yeah, and that's also why on the runner side, you do want to contest the Spin Doctors here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're Lou, right?
But if you do, then yeah, go make them pop them early.
Especially if you're Lou, you're quite happy to like contest Spin Doctor. They're always going to pop it, right? So. Yeah, but he just gets a free goer here. I mean, that could have been a swatter. See, mistake. It's okay.
Okay, we got the counters. So do we fire the counters this turn, hoping to draw in the Bladderwort, or do we wait until we have more money?
Yeah, I think I'm going to spin back something here and hope we draw into it.
Interesting.
I mean, like, because Alco draws us 2, right? The worst case is we're gonna credits, end on 5. That's okay, right? Oh, let's see. So what did we spin back? We spun back HR and FUT. Those are the 2 cards that kind of matters. I'm surprised I didn't spin back Cohort or Bladderwort here.
Yeah, FUT doesn't seem that useful.
But HR I think is correct.
Yeah.
HR is good.
I'm just leaving Fuji in the bin.
Yep. Yep, of course.
Well, it's the second spin in hand, so.
Oh, right, yes.
Yep. And then this Alco draw, I'll probably just pitch the Fuji. A Teeny could be... I mean, a Teeny is always going to be useful against Criminal, right? And we're starting to draw into a lot of money, right? So our next 2 turns are probably just going to be credit, and then credit Hansei, push a Teeny or something. So there goes my hero. In theory, I get punished by transfer here, but
you can full Dr. Transfer.
We can full duck transfer, but it's like not great, right? Because we're gonna be spending the next 2 turns clicking up for credit.
Yeah, but
I think Meether in this spot is actually this is a pretty runner favored board state.
Yeah.
At this point,
so. Unless
right?
if he doesn't die to any measured shenanigans.
Like he hasn't drawn into any transfer. He could be right now, right? So if he clicks 1 transfer here, I'm like destitute, right? Not happy. Yep, and then I have to spin back the Fuji. That must happen. Can't let him have that. In theory, you could be a little greedy with the Fuji here and just spin back 1 Fuji. It's very unlikely for the criminal to check it, because you've just popped spin. But also, if they do, it's still only 6 points, right? They haven't won yet, and you have maybe a turn to threaten measured on them. But anyways, no transfer.
Also, wait, that spin drew a spin, right? Because Petty's the Mando draw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you paid attention, it was last click, you had another spin, you could totally have left that second spin.
No, he ran the spin doctor with 1 click remaining. So he could have last.
Oh, wait. Click to install Hermes. I missed that. Okay, I just wasn't following log.
Yeah, anyway, so we Mando draw into Petty, which is great, actually. This is one of the few times where Petty is good in the hand. Because now you can Petty hedge fund and not like waste time clicking up for it. And then we can immediately push the FUT after. So
you can Petty Hansei for the counter as well.
Yeah, and Petty Hansei for the counter.
What?
Baffling. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Undo click.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Petty install spin, res it to try to find a measure.
Oh.
Huh.
I think your odds are very good at 26 left.
Oh, that's a really good line.
26 draw 2.
So it's a long odds, I believe, but in this board state, I feel kind of unfavored. So that actually might be a really good play because the FUT push is like kind of whatever. He's just gonna go trash it, right?
You're 15% to win on the spot.
50? What?
15.
15. Yeah, it's pretty long odds, but it's something. And so when you evaluate long odds like that, you want to think, how favored am I in this position? I'm not, right? I think this is a pretty runner favored board state. He has pulled in a lot of stuff. He has Mystic ticking.
I think the best thing you have going for you is the fact that there's no twinning, so there's no multi-access.
Yeah.
Meaning that he's gonna have to take 1 to single, which means there's gonna be more windows where measures online.
So it was 15% for me to immediately win on the spot, and if I whip, it's not a bad punish. It's not a big punish for me because it would have been a FUT anyways, which is like not that much better than a spin on the board. I didn't even res the FUT, right? Because complexity, guys. Remember? That's what we talking about.
One
Complexity.
of the aforementioned situations where a Fed agenda is becoming a liability.
A what agenda?
Like an agenda you fed the sericulture, right?
Yes. Now that we're here. Now that we're here, yes, that sericulture is becoming a liability. Now that I'm not winning the game. But again, right, like I had a chance to immediately win. And not only that, I got to spend some FUT counter at that moment and pop Alco, right? So it was tempo at that moment. And for that moment, it was a good play. But now that we haven't won yet, it's starting to become a liability, right? But we try not to be too result oriented here and say that was a bad play because we haven't won yet. I think it was a good play because it gave us a better chance of winning. right?
Yeah, and there have been multiple windows for measured when we need the game. So.
Yeah, that's the story of my fucking life, dude. Story of the entire mega city.
You don't get your JNet premium in person?
Yeah, I think the fact that you can still do something with click three, because you can go petty, spin, res it, see if you win, and you have a click to like either put the FUT down or play the Hansei. I think that's why you go.
Yeah. So I also want to say, here's kind of an example game where measured is probably better than Oppo here, right? Because imagine if I was playing Oppo in this position, I would have to draw Oppo in this board state. Well, let's say I don't have Oppo. I have to draw Oppo, and then I have to spend the money on Oppo, and then the runner probably can't clear the tags, right? And that's great for me, except I still have to draw into the fucking end of the line and the mindscaping, right? It's not
and afford
just
it, right? So they could transfer you. They can try to transfer you to 0.
Yeah.
And tag.
But measured is a single draw that I can draw into immediately and immediately win, right? Like that's why measured is probably like better, right? In this board state at least, right? But yeah, you know, it's kind of good to like evaluate these board states and think to yourself, is Oppo better here? Is measured better here? Yeah, etc. etc. So also, I want to comment that I didn't res the FUT. When you reach a board state where the runner is like, it's like kind of easy for the runner to go fetch the FUT, you want to keep him face down because again, one, unrest cards are sometimes more useful than rest cards, right? And if I rest FUT and he gets trashed immediately, I've just spent 1 credit for FUT to do nothing, right? Like the runner might still check this face down card and trash FUT, but at least I didn't spend a credit on him, right?
So. You do run him through the ice and tax him a click and 3 credits.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to do that.
Look how poor,
right? Like he doesn't have to do that. And because like if I res the FUT, he now knows that it's a FUT, and he does not have to run through to trash the FUT. He doesn't have to do it immediately. He can do it the following turn, right? FUT is not that scary when he's on 1 counter. People generally don't pop him off on 1 counter. They usually wait for a 2nd counter. So the res here probably would not be good. Although, I mean, he picks up counters. He might be useful later, but these are things that you have to kind of evaluate.
Without getting the first.
Yeah.
So.
I prefer to keep my board state a little bit complex for the runner to deal with. So what's our game plan right now? Game plan 1, we need to, so the runner is still kind of poor, so we're still kind of in measured range, so we want to like try and win fast, right? While the runner is still in measured range and we can still threaten that. So we want to try and win fast. How do we win fast? Well, we have a few key cards in our hand. Is 1, Atini. It's a really good card against this board state. Shibboleth costs what? 8, 7 to break Atini. It's miserable, right? So Atini is really good ice. And if he doesn't break it, it takes 3 damage and then, you know, might die to something else. So I think in this kind of board state, actually, you want to start considering doing a Fuji install advance. Because if we can score a Fuji, we win the game. So the runner has to really play around a Fuji install advance. Right? But we don't have an ice to do that with. Like, we don't have our Atini down yet. We want to do that behind an Atini, because a Fuji plus a FUT on the board behind an Atini is like, that's so backbreaking for the runner, especially because they probably have not, if they steal the Fuji, they haven't won yet, right? They can still die to measured afterwards. So
does open you up to a pretty devastating score off R&D loses you
yes,
the game.
but it's a single because they don't have twinning, right? So the odds are very much in my favor. If the runner run and touch the Fuji, maybe going down to 1 card or something, and then next turn I might be able to threaten measured or something else, right? So he might not even be able to score it without dying.
this is one of the situations where humanoid is actually too slow for you, right? Because you just want to set up the Atini and you can just raw hedge this turn to like make up the extra click, and then next turn you can set up the
Yeah,
IAA
it's
behind
totally
it, and then
possible. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's totally possible that HR is too slow for me. But I think I'd push it out anyways because it's like a really good push behind the Atini, right?
Interesting. I wonder why not. Yeah, never mind. That makes sense.
HR can play measured. You know.
Yeah, I was
And
thinking of
trying to
that
play
too.
Yeah, HR can play measured. It's possible that I could, instead of putting it behind the Atini, I put it in several. It doesn't matter, right? If I'm putting out HR at all, it has to be behind the Atini. So the question is, do I even bother with the HR? The answer is, why the hell not? If I decide to push the Fuji next turn, I can just overinstall, right? And if I don't, I can pop the HR, and then, you know, play hedge fund or something. So, but either way, we can't immediately push the Fuji advance turn yet. So we need to install the Atini no matter what in this turn. So, and then behind the Atini, it's gotta be HR. There's nothing else, right? So, and then it ate a pinhole, so that's good.
Yeah, also a hit point, right? Like,
yeah,
2 credits. You have to have 4 hit points.
Mm-hmm. Running spin here. Oh, we drew a measured.
Nice.
Very cool. So yeah, well, this looks like the perfect board for that. Honestly, I just forgot to rest FUT last turn. Hee hee. Hee. Don't worry about it. Yeah. What does the runner even do here, right? I wasn't as good about this, but you want to maybe think, like, do a little bit of accounting before you make this play. If once you rest Atini, can you play the measured? Yes, I have enough money to do that, thankfully. So
yeah, transfer's the only thing that makes that a problem.
yeah, transfer here fucks me up, but okay, we can't play around everything. Although he has not drawn a single transfer.
But also, like, transfer into an Emne loses 2 cards, and they also can't touch Fuji.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
What's the transfer, right? Like, if they click draw transfer,
Exactly,
transfer's -1 card, so.
Yep.
The other line for Meter is run the Fuji and then transfer after. But, you know, he could lose the transfer, so it's kind of a scary play for him to do so. Oh, if only he has his stupid Nuka counter now, huh?
I mean, look at how there's 20 cards left in the stack. Like, your opponent has not drawn a ton of cards yet this game, which is like probably why
he drew 2 Nukas.
Well, one of them got pinged to damage. Yeah, one got pinged to damage. It didn't.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, that's why. It's so.
That's the Jaden premium damage right there.
Hee.
She always hits my
Yeah,
rituals.
there it is. Nuka sure gamble. Sick. Sick. I'm just built diff, man.
It's cruel and unusual. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. So we trashed a FUT.
Simply install the Nuka. I don't see the issue.
So Meether for sure knows this is a Fuji. There's no other card I would be install
advancing
here.
Isn't run R&D. If he runs R&D and snatches an agenda, it's game.
Okay, but
just Hermes bounce to Atini?
Yeah, but you know,
I
it's a
wasn't ever
single.
gonna bounce Fuji. You just touch. If you
It's a
touch agenda,
single.
it's game.
Yeah, it's a single. I mean, it's very unlikely. Look, in Meether's head, right? He's very click compressed here, right? So what does he do? Well, he needs to draw probably, you know, if he wants to contest his Fuji. So he needs to draw. 2, he needs to contest his FUT. 3, he needs to run this, right? And he needs to have a click to respond to it. And like, he's very click compressed, right? He doesn't know what the fuck's going on, right? He might want to run HQ after, or he might want to run R&D after, right? So spent all his money. How much money did he have? He has 6 creds, so not able to fully break this, but most of it.
From Meether's perspective, if he assumes incorrectly that there's no agendas in HQ, he'd be 28% to hit on R&D with a single. If he assumes we have 1, which is what we are, he's 24%.
Yeah,
he probably has to
but
run R&D last click.
yeah, but like, what if like, yeah, I guess it's a hard board state to like
No,
grok,
it is.
right? So like I think you're right that optimally he should have ran R&D first. Optimally, right? But like when you're the runner, you get kind of psyched out by these kind of play, right? And like
So what he needed is a
psychologically
run
you're
event
like,
on R&D that also drew cards. So he was playing Joyride.
yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're so
Notes.
smart, Laura. You wanna take over the seminar real quick? Like, I think you're way smarter than me, Laura.
Now we should all be playing Joyride in every faction.
You know, me that Meether seminar where he did one on ass, that should have been you. For real.
Yeah, I'm playing 3
Should be you.
Joyride, 3 Nurse Hod. I never
Whoa.
die when I run Central.
Whoa.
Sorry, I was just joking. You can carry on with the explanation
Grace
of how you
me
put the
with
runner in
your
psychological hell.
wit.
I'll just say this last thing. It's like if we look at the sequencing of clicks, you mentioned the click compression, which is pretty fair. But if you look at the sequencing of clicks here, after he steals this Fuji, he has to run R&D to win the game anyways.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
he's about
can't
to die.
otherwise.
Like,
Yeah, I think
if Atini was like Anemone, it would be the same. Like if Atini was Anemone, you'd also have to just try to win this turn. Like you.
That's
have
true.
times.
That's true.
Yeah,
Oh, what if
actually,
Atini
100%.
was like Lion's Mane? Then he
Okay.
would have been able to break everything, and I guess he would still die to measure. What if
Yeah,
Atini
yeah.
was Samak or like something shitty? Like I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
No, but
You're right.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, you're
'Cause,
right.
like, you run R&D, you take the 1 in 4-ish, and then you have Hermes, and you just go win the game. Because you either Hermes bounce the ice and steal the Fuji, or you Hermes bounce the Fuji.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely Hermes bounce the ice.
Yeah.
I think if he didn't, if he runs R&D and didn't see a agenda, he actually categorically he's lost. The game's over.
Don't some alphas
Right?
actually run Utica?
Well,
Yeah, but they're
that's the
bad.
interesting thing though, because if that's the thing is this is an insanely hard line to see, right? Because I think what he did was very obviously vibes correct, because it's solving all the problems.
It's vibes correct.
But
Yeah.
solving the problems backwards is actually the one thing you must do this turn is run R&D, because even if you spill the Fuji, you have to run R&D to live.
He
If
ended
you
up running
don't see an
HQ
agenda
this
on
turn.
R&D, suddenly the plan is now you have to run HQ. That's like
Well, I
actually
think-
the only way to win this
No,
game, is
well,
to run R&D,
well,
I think
and then HQ twice, and then maybe.
Well,
Right.
Leah hasn't measured all game because there's been multiple windows where Meether was dead to it. So I think Meether is just kind of hoping that she still hasn't drawn it.
I think
that's the
so.
other thing.
No,
That's fair. That's
Meether
fair.
is assuming that I'm pooling agendas in hand right now, right? Because, I mean, I've only reshuffled 2 Fujis, and I've drawn through half my deck. You would expect there to be 2 or 3 agendas in my hand, and one's on the table. So there might be 2-ish agendas in my hand, which is probably better odds than how many there would be in R&D, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Getting a 2 and 6 or a 3 and 6 versus like however many is in R&D.
No, actually, you've overdrawn.
It really banks on having the 2 in hand, because otherwise the anemone goes to hand when it's bounced. So it becomes a 1 in 6. Which is,
I think Meether's read is that I'm flooded, and he'll tell me that later too. Meether's read is that I'm flooded, which is why he made this play. And if he thinks I'm flooded, this is the correct play. This is the correct line.
I mean, if he thinks you're flooded, he should run hand. Because again, if he touches an agenda, he wins the game. He just bounces a teeny and wins.
He takes an enemy. Yeah.
Well, there was still the FUT, so he had to pin
No,
out
the danger is like he has to get to 6 because anemone plus FUT plus a Fuji in hand kills him unless he's at 6.
Yeah.
Which is
Maybe
too
the
much.
line
That's
was. Maybe the line was. Pinhole FUT, run HQ, run R&D. Anyways, not a Crim seminar. This is a reasonable line for Crim to take, and Meether's a really good player. I think worse players would take much worse lines. So.
I do want to talk about the flood just briefly, though. I think you've drawn more agenda points than you deserve to.
Really?
Currently on the board, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if you count the ones in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the 6 you already shuffled back, which you've drawn more than once. That's you've drawn 18 of your agenda points, and you've only drawn 40 of your cards. So I think you're definitely above rate, assuming you shuffled back two
Yeah,
Fuji.
but you know,
Runner
like,
doesn't know that, but you
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Actually, they do.
Oh, they
It was
do.
a
They do know
Moonpool.
that. Yeah.
It was Moonpool, yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I've only reshuffled one Fuji. Sorry. I only reshuffled one. Actually,
Yeah, because one got regened.
You're still probably on rate or slightly above rate, so I
oh no
don't
no no
think
no no
like,
no!
it's correct to assume
I've
you're flooded.
reshuffled 3 Fuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
it spins.
It
Yeah.
It's
spins
spin.
after,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's even more incorrect to assume that you're flooded because of how many points are in score areas.
Yeah. They're all pretty long odds, so this one ended up being a 1 in 6.
Oh shit.
The
know,
JNet
like-
premium shaper touch.
But he was dead, right? Like, it's a 1 in 6. It doesn't matter if he touched a measured here, he'd still die. So, yeah. I mean, after all that, ending up at a 5 and 6, pretty good. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
this is like this is the kind of game that I would play in the game that decides for cut, and I would lose the 1 in 5. You know, like that's the classic.
Now you sound like me.
Nah, it's okay when I do it. I'm a girl.
I
think
swear,
our
like
conversation really
half the
highlighted-
time, the runner goes for 1 in 5. They get the agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
do
the 1
be
in
like
5
that.
is
It's a
so fake.
It do be like
okay,
that.
Okay. But think about all the times that the 1 in 5 touches Tattoo Bola. Okay.
Oh, I haven't been reading chat. I'm sorry. Shit.
Real.
Thank you, Laura, for attending the chat. I was considering giving you the title of Queen of Vancouver. Oh, is that for Laura?
Yeah. We were just talking about my clout while you were busy talking about.
Wow.
Is that for Laura?
What? Shut up. After checking if that's good for Spurs, it's the Leah's. Hi. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Hello, Galentine.
Lucile's talking about a speaking indicator since there's like a million of us.
Oh yeah, we probably should have that. Or I should probably
We
have
should
that.
figure that out, yeah.
I mean, it's usually just me plus one other person and not like all of Scrubs, you know, so.
Yeah. If anyone in Scrubs wants to say hi, I guess this is your chance.
I think I had another game prepared, but I didn't save it. Let's see. We can go maybe look at another game that I lost. I didn't get to play against that many. The other game that I had was also against Viltrum and also against Arasana, and I don't know if
an
I
Anarch game would be good if you have one.
I don't have an Anarch game. You want to watch
Was
your
it
game
a game
versus
that we
me?
played? I think we were playing Oppo Alco then, weren't we?
Yeah, we were playing Oppo Alco. It might be good to have an Oppo Alco game.
Sure, we can look at Oppo Alco. We can look at the card where the game where I drew really well.
Yeah, you want to see that?
Yeah.
How about the game where you lost?
Fine, we can look at that one.
No, let's look at a game where we won. Where Alco won.
Where we won?
No, where Alco
where
won.
you lost. Wait.
We won, okay? Laura.
She's always putting herself on the winning side. I don't know how this works.
Yeah. Okay.
Never saw that spot.
Okay. Where's the rumor mill? Come on, Laura.
I'm sorry. You can look at my sus lines now.
At least you don't have Wikipedia picture placeholder.
True.
God.
Do I keep this hand?
Picture jump scare.
Okay.
I would be really tempted to keep this hand because of Hanse Petty, but I probably mulligan it for tempo.
So, since we're watching your replay, I can be as harsh as possible against
Fine,
you
be
because
mean to me.
oh, you like that.
Said you.
Because look, when I'm talking about my own line, I'll say something that like, oh, you should really do this, and then I do the opposite thing. It gets a little awkward, you know. This hand, I would love to see. Like, we're against Lou. I would really love to see a nice.
Yeah, we need cohort ice like turn one.
So here's one problem with end of the line. It's so awkward in your opening hand.
Mm-hmm.
I would
I
almost
feel like I
rather
pitch
have
it and then I
measure.
regret pitching it.
Yeah, I know. Like, I feel like I would almost always prefer if like between end of the line and measured, right? Like measured is probably one where you could play around more aggressively than with end of the line. Anyways.
Yeah, measured also because like occasionally the luck sack and like get 4 points on like jailbreak R&D.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like this 2-step process card, right? Shrug. It's so funny. I used to be such an Oppo apologist. Like I used to be, oh, measure, that card's shit. Why would you play that? Play fucking Oppo instead. It's so much cooler. Look at me now. Look at me
I think
now.
the first appearance of measured seemed just more like a Swiss jump scare that like
yeah, it looked like Swiss
but
cheese.
I think we played enough of it that like even in known open decklist cuts, it's still pretty viable.
Yeah. Anyways, so I think it's because the original versions were playing stupid shit like hostile architecture.
Sure.
And I didn't really get to discuss this, but there's a lot of arguments, or there's a lot of people playing 1 measured instead of 2 measured. I think 2 measured is just so much better. The amount of times where I'm like, God, if I draw a single measure here, I win the game. Or the amount of times where I'm like, oh, you're dead to double measured, right? Like, so many times that happens. That I feel like double measured is like, we're so priced into double measured, right? Like, sometimes they trash 1 as well. I just think double measured is just so much better than single measured in like every way. It's hard to make an argument against double measured, in my opinion. Like, you could say, well, you can run hostile, but hostile's shit. Don't play that card. Anyways, I would mull this. I think I like an ice. You can Hansei the petty cache, and that's fine, but it's a little slow.
Yeah, but then like what else am I doing?
It's very slow. You want to find cohort. You want to find HR. Or actually, you're not on HR.
It's on Bladder Wars.
I am on Bladder. I think I'm maybe on 1 HR.
Let's go look at.
Is Petty Cache even what you want to do on turn 1 in a Bladder Word deck?
Not necessarily.
It can be. It depends on your ice suite. What are you playing? Was it this kind of similar?
Something like this. Yeah.
Like,
I think I was maybe playing 1 HR instead of 3rd Oppo.
Hansei Petty Cache is pretty good if you also have a Botu in hand or Alliance main. Then you can play around. Then you can play around like Botu, Atini, Lines main, right? You can start pushing annoying stuff behind it and forcing the runner to check it, right?
Yeah, currently I'm nothing that spends that money. Even I capped. Oh no.
Capped. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like pushing out stuff on the table against Lu is not good, right? Like it's like this does not feel good. Lu, I might not trash this, but if I trash it, it wouldn't be that bad, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Aren't we scared of random HQ pokes from Lu, especially since
no,
they might be on
no, we are not.
Gorman usually doesn't want to be sent on HQ pokes. It could against like Oppo.
Yeah, not against
I feel
Oppo.
like you save econ usually as a econ piece to trash expensive assets.
Yeah. Don't respect Gourmand. It's not good. It's not good on HQ. If Lu is wasting on HQ, that's their problem, not yours. Gourmand is almost always better to be used on the board, right? Like Bladder Words, Moon Pools, Futs, all these things are much better trashes. So I would not respect HQ. There's nothing to care about. Lu has nothing on HQ.
Yeah, and I see this board, I'm like, okay, it's over. I'm so dead.
Well, you won this game. So.
I know. Well, I get the second Hansei for the second counter.
Oh, this Bladder Word does fucking nothing.
It does nothing. It's just for you to see, just for you to spend a click to just figure out what it is.
Waste a click. Yeah, let's look at the board state. So second Hansei is good.
Oh, because you're Luda.
You're happy to see second Hansei because you get an outgo counter. Yep, it looks good. There's nothing else to do.
No, she didn't trash the Bladder because there's no need to.
There's no need to.
She ended, and I was very surprised.
Yeah,
I'm like
made
it look like it went away.
I wish that like there's some animation for like when I'm like clicking on these buttons because I'm like using the arrow keys, right?
Oh,
it's hard for viewers to follow sometimes. Anyways, I mean this hand looks horrid.
Yeah, I pitched the Fut, which is surprising. I think it's because I want the draw from spin and I want something to install with hybrid, but I maybe should have.
Oh, let's see. I would pitch spin here.
Yeah, and I install Fut Diviner and then I get hybrid.
Yeah, looks good.
Next turn. Yeah, that's probably better.
It's possible that you're thinking that you want to be making Regenesis play early with this kind of hand, right? But spin would help for that, but FUT also helps with that, and like FUT is just a better push right now. So I think trashing the Spin Doctor with Diviner FUT is probably gonna be better for you. Anyways. Oh hey, found a good.
Oh, okay. The hand's fixed. Never mind. I'm so good
Yeah,
at
you're
this.
so good. You're so good. Spin Doctor actually goated. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, there's something to be said about like, when your hand is poor, Spin Doctor draws you cards, right? Like, so it's something. So, but yeah, this is a good push. The runner has nothing, right? Hard to contest this board state with nothing. So we get cohort off, and right now you're not like winning, but you're like, because I have a lot of drip, but you're still like pretty okay because you have this court now, and then yeah, you took a purge, which is sick. Sorry, I'm
Purging on 3 counters though.
So I would ideally purge the next turn, but what was I thinking?
So you pitch
And
Fuji
they have 2 casts going.
Yeah,
I think I do have to purge eventually. I could have installed cohort, installed diviner this turn, and then purge next turn.
Yeah, I think you could have angled for that.
Yeah, I could have pushed a Regenesis this turn.
Oh shit, yeah.
If they pop Fermenter, I think you're happy, like on 4.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, there was some reason why I felt like it was right to do it now rather than next turn. But I don't know.
Yeah, if you push like cohort diviner, I'm definitely checking archives. This
Archives,
turn. Yeah. You could also push Regenesis. Sorry, go ahead.
The other thing I've been thinking about fermenters a lot lately is right now, if you purge, you effectively give the runner an extra turn, which is 1 trigger on all of their start of turn things. So it's a credit on Paladin, it's credit on Fencer.
Yeah.
The daily cast kind of counts. I think it counts. And at minimum, on top of that, plus 4 credits, because the worst thing they could do with that turn is click for 4. So instead of clicking for 6, you gave them 4 clickless credits because they can just turn that click into 4 credits.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now they can probably do a lot worse than that with their 4 clicks, but that's the floor.
There's some arguments to purging here. I mean, you have cohort ticking. Generally, once you have stuff ticking, it's kind of okay to purge. But the runner also has a bunch of shit ticking, right? Like Paladin Fencer here is such a great tick.
Yeah, I mean, you could just push behind diviner while you didn't have breakers.
Yeah, so I think maybe this purge was suspicious. But definitely, like, I think Alco can afford to purge more often than other corp because they tend to have cohort and stuff. Cohort and FUTs on the board start ticking, right? Sometimes Bladderwort, right? Like, so sometimes I would have turns where I would have like Bladderwort, and I'm on 3 credits and I just hit the purge button because that's good thing to do, right? Like, definitely a corp that you can. But every time you purge though, here's the thing. If you want to be purging, you want to set up for it, right? Like you want to think, okay, I'm going to be purging next turn, or I'm going to be purging in 2 turns. So therefore, I should set up a cohort now so that my purge is better, right? Because you could have said, I'm gonna purge next turn, so I'm gonna push cohort, push cohort diviner, and then purge next turn. That's like could have been your game plan, right? Yeah.
I think the other thing is like they're gonna cash in that fermenter one way or the other. The only question is, do they need short-term money? And with the daily cast, I think the answer is no. So like they'll probably be cashing it in. Like we'll watch. We'll see what Leah cashes it in for. I'm guessing it's going to be 4 or 5 anyways. So you didn't really deny her any money. You just gave her an extra turn.
So I left the Bladderwort here, and it's like nice to have a way to just spend Fencer credit. So again, on ice things are generally liabilities against Lou.
Yeah.
So
that is what's really tough about the Lou matchup because you're really taxed on ice.
Yep. Don't know what to do about that.
This opening turn looks insane. This is what I did to Alan at Vancouver. Sorry, Alan, if you're listening. This is how it felt. I was just like, my second game, the one on stream, was a lot more balanced, but the first one was basically just this, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
So in this hand, I pitched end of line to cohort, and I regretted it immensely for the rest of the game. But it is the worst card
It's
of this
fine.
hand,
I
right?
think it's fine. I think it's slightly more suspicious because you've spent up one spin doctor, but
Yeah.
still okay. You still have 2 more mindscaping.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think immediately in the sports day, you just want to find shit. But I think like you could have pitched hybrid.
I could have.
Like you could have, and like yeah, Hermes
Yeah,
sucks,
because they're not
but
scoring
you
anytime
could
soon.
ice archives too. And I don't have any breaking solution, at least yet, right? So, oh, I mean, you're probably gonna push the Fuji here, into archives.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, and you did draw a spin doctor, but you didn't know that. You didn't know that you were gonna draw a spin doctor. But I guess
I
like
do
the
on the
spin
A-code.
could spin back to the end of the line too.
Yeah.
And generally, I think you want to do that ASAP. Like if there's like the same with measured, if you like pitch a measured, you probably want to spin that back ASAP. But anyways, this turn looks like a nice little regen play, huh?
You can just check archives pretty easily.
Sure, but I don't know that. Right?
I mean, but like you will, right? It's the thing. You just run archives.
No. You regen an enemy, regen diviner archives, or like an enemy on archive. Diviner, regen, an enemy. Like I have nothing. I have nothing. What do I even do?
That's true.
See,
Laura's not brave enough to do it without the spin backup.
Yeah,
you don't need it.
exactly.
You don't fucking need it. That shit don't matter. So
Just
okay.
40% chance to walk through the diviner.
Oh god, I'm relying on diviner to protect my
oh
Fuji
my
and
god.
archive.
No, it would be an enemy on archives. Ain't shit. Oh, walk through the diviner under Genesis.
Yeah.
I would. That would happen. But like think about so here's the thing, right? We talk about game plans. What's the thing you have the most right now that you really want to be leveraging? It's your money. You have 18 fucking credits. For all I know, you can res Lion's Mane Botu. It is so hard for me to face check that, right?
That's true.
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
So I think like pushing regen here is like what I would be doing here, and it would probably win me the game.
Maybe I do it. I don't know.
Nope.
No, I'm a
coward.
It's the shape of blood.
I mean, I did run it. This looks like a textbook regen push.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I ran.
In my mind, I do what looks like a Regenesis play to see what resources you have, because I know you're holding onto them. Like I know you're holding onto a chisel or whatever.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna make you spend them, and then I'm gonna go, and then I'll assess.
She's learning from my Jinteki play. I like the first one's always fake with me. Don't use that against me.
Okay. Maybe I should do that.
You heard this, everyone? Cybershark always fakes you out first.
Maybe I should do that because I'm very layer 1 as a player. Don't take advantage of that. I'm very layer 1 as a player. This is almost always a regen for me.
Play in person, so I can adjust.
What?
Saying you're layer 1 is an extremely layer 2 thing to do.
It
really is, except that she isn't even doing a bit. She's just plays layer 1.
I only play layer 1, and I win with that too.
She's good.
Why wouldn't I?
Consistently. Yeah, you guys are playing layers.
What are layers? What's a Yomi?
I just scored 9 points in one turn.
Everybody say Yomi so you can piss off Mezzy.
I hope we're not allowed to do that for very much longer, Laura.
What? Wait, what?
Scored 9 points in one turn.
And then not have to worry about layers.
You guys bluff? I just scored a 9. Teehee.
I just
alright, watch this diviner with.
If I count to 5, I win.
But anyways, yeah. I
So
mean,
you
you could do like if I was in a position, I probably would push your regen and make the runner have it. I think I'm a little too traumatized playing playing trap stuff and like push out something and then the runner doesn't take a bait because every runner I play against a coward.
Wait, but with the Hermes though, if they just walk through the diviner, they bounce and they find the
Yeah.
Okay, but you're on spread 4.
Yeah, and I could theoretically find the Oppo.
Look,
threat 3.
if this is
Yeah.
regen. Oh right. Fuck, I forgot you're on Oppo. I measured is so much better.
Yeah. But you have a lot of money though. You have 10 credits.
No, like if I touch a regen here, I would probably bounce Anemone, but I would probably bounce her before and touch the cohort.
Oh, go charge
I
cohort?
probably would not be running archives here. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
You'll have 2
probably lose to
credits
Big
on
Oppo.
Fencer pays for everything, and
Yeah.
then you can always deal with the Fuji in the bin at a later date.
Watch, see, this diviner does not end the run. You have, what is it, 50-50? 50-50.
50-50.
Lost the
Teehee.
coin flip. Rip.
Hee
Tragic.
Also, look how lucky she is. Look what it hit out of everything. Not only is it
I
a
know.
plus, it's a duplicate Hermes, which is literally
I
a rectangle.
know.
Hee hee.
Oh.
Teehee.
We
And
can
what
all
did
only
it
be
hit
so
against
lucky.
me here? Against me here, it hit a fucking Nuka.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. I lost a 1-6 against Meter, okay? It's karma. It's karma.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mythier got that JNet Premium Plus.
True.
Oh my god. Anyways. Well, she got me. It's a spin doctor. Yada yada yada.
I got you.
Haha. Got ya.
Sorry, shuffle back the foot. I definitely should have shuffled back the end of the line just to have it on tap.
Yeah, you should.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely because
It's
later
like what your deck is doing.
later I ran
Yeah,
archives and there
exactly.
was an end
Yeah,
of
you
the
see the end of the line.
and I
I
was
think
like,
I
don't
even
need to
flip
play
it
around
for
anymore.
cohort,
Oh,
but we'll see.
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a push.
See, now I can make a much safer push.
Yeah.
Flip it.
Yeah, there you go.
Flip it for cohort, but like you either have like a gaslight ready to go, and then they think they're safe.
Oh, we're so good.
Yeesh.
We're so. Oh, we didn't.
You don't contest it.
Wait, what? What am I doing?
I think you
Chisel.
should have.
Chisel,
I think you
meet,
chisel, charm, run.
Yeah, why didn't I?
Mm.
I
don't
think
know.
I was.
Cowardice. I think you weren't sure about the 50-50. You weren't sure the Regenesis was in the Diviner server or the...
Yes. The complexity got to
26.
me, and I mean, like, obviously I didn't know this was a Lions main, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I had a thought, yeah, she's probably pushing regen here, but I felt favored, right? I felt favored, so I took a safe route, or I took a safe line here, letting her score regen. Because I had the thought, well, I have all this stuff ticking. If you score a Fuji, right? Like, I could whiff a 50-50 and be pretty sad. But I could let her score a regen and still be able to, like, get money up, get breakers up, contest things next turn. Like, I can install Echelon. Anyways. Maybe I should run there, but we're not here to criticize my runner play, okay?
Yeah, you're also in a weird spot if you do that, and I don't know if you know if Laura's on measured. I'm assuming you know she's on Oppo.
Yeah, she's on Oppo. I know that.
But assuming you didn't know, you'd be in a spot where you end your turn on, I think, 9 credits if it's an agenda. And if you trash something, you would... I guess Fencer gets cleared off. Never mind.
But yeah, there's danger of some of the, like, Regenesis with the click remaining measured lines. I think that's also why measured's good. But
yeah,
anyways.
that's true. And also,
the
yeah,
regen out.
you have to flip the end of the line here. You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
So that's fine.
I mean, I could have done one without a flip, but like having the extra click is so nice here to repair Hermes.
Wasn't there a Bladderwort flippable?
No.
I flipped all the face downs other than Fuji.
Yeah.
Both cohorts flip something. So yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 cohort. I see.
Yep, and then we score a regen. That's fine. I still feel a little bit favored here, right? Like, it's not... Or, sorry. Well, I don't feel that favored anymore, but it's fine, right? I'm blue.
Also looking at
I have so much shit on the board. It's okay.
I'm looking at the hybrids against Hermes, and I'm like, when am I gonna score these?
Yeah. Hermes sucks. Like, that card fucks. You want to score 1 at some point, and then just angle for it.
Yeah, but like probably just to win the game.
Yeah, just
either
win
win
the
the game or right before winning.
Well, or you can.
And not the server 4 ice.
I think we do it right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes more sense.
Just to force, the reason you balance it, the cohort enemy is it's more forced, right? She's forced to re-ice the cohort here. She's not forced to re-ice the archives, right? So I'm forcing her to do so.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
It does let me put a better ice there in the anemone, but
yeah, but
you don't know that.
I wouldn't know that. You can also have repositioned as an enemy, right? It's fine, fine for you. So like,
anyways, I have the perfect board state. I have triple cohort.
Oh my god. Now I ran, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing that I don't have is actually just twinning. If I have twinning here, I'd be in a much better spot. But alas, I took a line here, right? The line here that I take is that I'm not going to contest these cohorts. Because I remember watching a game, Brandon, the king, was playing against somebody, and then he was playing Hoshiko versus Alco, and they had a cohort rest the entire game. He never bothered to contest it, right? And I was like, huh. If she has double cohort, she's probably going to like start flooding and like, you know, like Alco counter is good, but eventually you gotta stop spending it, right? Like I had a thought, well, if I leave the 2 cohorts out, I might be able to win. I might be able to control everything that she can put out, right? I think that ended up being wrong. It turns out that double cohort is really, really good, y'all. We should contest it.
I get a lot of money.
But, you know, it's something for me to try out. But yeah, turns out double cohort's good.
There's
I remember
another,
that, kids.
There's another kind of rough thing that could happen here if you go to the start of this corp turn. So right after you trash the 3rd cohort.
Oh, you
if
could
Laura
double
has
mission
Oppo,
here.
well, if she's
you
on
don't have double
Oppo,
mission. Yeah.
she can Hansei an agenda, put Regenesis in Surtur 6, and Oppo you, and you either have to not contest Regenesis or like float a tag.
Wait, but the Yodel is the EOTL is shown in archives.
Yeah, but I do still have 2 mindscaping, so that's the way to kill.
Yep.
Yeah,
I still have to
if you clear down
respect
to
it.
1,
It's hard for me to. I think it might have been a mistake to trash the cohort, but it's
even with
it's fine because I did draw a card with it. I think maybe the mistake was maybe
playing Gamble
not.
is actually a mistake.
But yeah, the mistake was probably playing Gamble.
Yeah, you probably could install Nuka, draw Nuka, pitch Tide. Just keep a full hand in case of anything.
Yeah, keep a full hand, which lets me like still survive against a mindscaping if I just clear down to 1, right?
But the thing is, Laura can score the Regenesis if she pushed it with an Oppo. She just didn't have the Oppo, but if she did, you float 1 tag, you lose like probably Fencer and Daily Cast, and she still scores Regenesis because she has double cohort. Oh wait, she has nothing to flip. Never mind. I just forget cohort needs to flip.
She can't score regen because I would be checking it, right? I'm confused.
Yeah. So she would like that line is good, but she could clear 3 tags and then check whatever install.
Yeah, exactly. And then loses Spencer and Daily Cast. That's pretty rough.
I think that's fine.
That's fine.
I think you don't care if you're not losing twinning.
That's okay. Yeah, if it's not twinning, it's okay. I mean, it's like tempo for her too, right? Like it takes her entire turn.
Yeah, to spend the click and 2 credits.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I would just make her spend the last click.
You could consider trashing the Fencer, but I wonder how long this game's gonna go.
And like,
right?
even if you snipe Fencer cast, there's still a Fermenter for 5, so it's like
exactly.
Did you misclick here? You cohorted first.
I cohort the Hansei because I definitely want to get rid of those, and then I outcode because I wanted to keep I didn't have a clear cohort target. Then
why didn't you outcode first?
Because I knew the card I want to get rid of.
But you'd have more options if you outco first, right? There's no reason not to outco first.
You see deeper if you cohort first. You have more choices for your outco, or you have different choices for your eco.
What? Isn't it the same?
No.
Why do you see deeper? No, like you don't know the top. I mean, if you knew the top of our game,
it's all kind of the same. Right? Okay. You're right. Yeah. This is what playing too much Epiphany's done to me.
So yeah, outgoing first, just gives you more cohort options for no drawback. So you might as well do that always. Always outgo first before cohort if you are able to. So anyways, yeah, petty cash trash. That's obvious, and then you can probably pitch like nice here.
Yeah, I probably pitch a Samak
because I have a tied out.
Not that much for your top.
Yeah, and then Botu and Emily are still pretty damn annoying. So
yeah.
Oh wow, look, she top decked the Oppo research. Sick.
Oh, I pitched a Regenesis the second cohort. That's not right. That should have been in the Samak.
Yeah, especially because you have a moon pool.
Yeah, I might actually use the.
I wonder if her plan is to Regenesis a Regenesis and then hybrid out for the last.
That would be so cursed. Like, sorry, you mean Regenesis hybrid? Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, the opposite is playable. You can always hybrid for the Regenesis too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I definitely would have pitched a Samok here.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So big oppo, that sucks for the runner. I have to check this because regen loses me the game. So this is
And
a
I know you
forced play.
will.
Yep, it's kind of a forced play, and not much I can do about that. But I have to play around less things because end of the line.
Yeah, you just play
is
around
in
double
archives,
minescaping.
so I just have to play around double minescaping, which like I can clear down to 2 and be safe pretty much always. So that was my plan here.
Value Devil Charming? Yes.
Yeah, I need the money.
Which I was very happy about. It means that server 6 is back online without a charm. Probably because she has the second one in hand.
Oh, I didn't have any chisel. Yeah, it's because I have second one.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? Because it would have costed me 5 credits. Yeah, I just wouldn't have money. I would be down to 2 after clearing 2 tags, and that really sucks. So that's why I spent the Devil Charm. I mean, Devil Charm saved me $5. The card's so fucking good.
If you went down to 2, you get purged here. I think the purge is way more.
Yeah, the purge is really scary. And Laura can
Laura
can totally purge here, right? Like it would not be a bad purge. Did you purge here?
I think
no,
on this turn,
with 2 cohorts, that's totally fine.
I think this turn I would like to oppo you again because putting on 6 tags is really nice.
Yeah, so here you have to make a decision at this point. If you purge here, you cannot be alcoing, or you cannot be alcoing. So as soon as you hit the alco, you're not purging. Yeah, it's kind of reasonable to try and dig for oppo here since you have 2 left in deck, I assume.
I think I'm only playing 2, and this is where I regret playing 2.
You would just small oppo here, right? Big oppo doesn't make sense here. Like it would make 0 sense.
I have a lot of money.
No, you don't. You have 9 credits. You'd be down to 2. Oh, I guess after cohort. Yeah, but still like.
I'll petty back to 11 and then I'll cohort.
Fuji. Oh, you have so many petties. Yeah, you probably should have been playing these petties.
I should have because I should have spaced them out.
Because it matters here, right? It matters here. If you drew into an oppo, you want the petty money.
She's petty compressed.
Petty compressed. She's very petty compressed. Yeah. Anyways. I mean, like, big oppo here, would that be good? You'd be down to 6 credits.
6 credits?
And like
it still threatens most things.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that only the rightmost petty gets the in the bin no eye icon?
It's because it's the only one that's like that, right?
That's face down. Yeah, the rest are face up.
Oh, it shows whether it's face up or face down. I understand.
Yeah.
These are the lessons we're teaching.
Well, okay, yeah, I sometimes have hard time telling.
You did play petty here.
Yeah, I should have. I should have. I'm like totally not playing Bladderware anymore, so petty.
Oh, you did oppo me.
What? No, you rewound a turn.
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm so stupid.
I struggle to tell the difference between petty
So
and
hard.
cash in hand and petty in the bin because I'm colorblind. And it's
Oh.
already pretty gray of a card.
Oop. They should make a colorblind mode, for real.
Okay, yeah, so I just installed 3 things. I didn't find the big oppo, which is sad. But it means I can moonpool the Fuji this turn. This is a really interesting turn, I think. This turn we spent a lot of time talking about.
Yeah, I think I died this turn, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
But we rewinded. So, my thought here is... Oh my god. It's pretty nasty push, right? Let's talk about it from the corpse perspective. Pretty nasty push. This is like, I have to play around Regenesis. I constantly have to play around Regen, right? Because there's still 2 left. I don't know where they are. So, Regen just wins her the game. So, I gotta contest this noise. So, my thought was, well, I have a charm in hand. So, if I click 1 Gachapon and find a chisel, that, because I have 2 left in the deck, that could let me get access to server 7, and then server 6 is also accessible with the chisel. Or something like that, you know?
Oh, you're on 3 and 3. That makes more sense why you did what you did with Devil Charm earlier.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not cash out Fermenter?
I don't have time.
It's your click compress. Yeah.
I'm so click compressed. Like, let's watch through this turn, and we'll talk about it. So ran archives, and then we discussed that I should have clicked the Nuka first. So we're gonna rewind.
Actually flatlines to Fuji foot.
We're gonna rewind real quick to that.
You can press skip to the next. Yeah.
So I've already gashed upon. I installed a buzzsaw because we didn't get anything. It's all whiffs. But I have buzzsaw, which doesn't fucking matter. I was like, if I click the Nuka first before running, I should still be okay. Right. And then, yep. Moonpool. Moonpool spin back the Fuji. And this still threatens the Fuji score. Oh, yeah, I didn't even acknowledge that you were setting up for lethal here. But yeah, the Moonpool Fuji push is just setting up for a win the following turn, which is really good. When you're ahead in board state, you want to just try and like set up wins like these whenever you can, and like just force a runner to do shit, right? Because I died, right? Made a mistake and I died because Laura forced me to do shit. So I made a mistake and I died. And even when I didn't die, look at this board state. What the fuck do I even do here? I know that server 6 a FUT, right?
Do you even need to check archives? Because isn't there a valid line where you click fermenter, you install Devil Charm, and then you run? Because Rising Tide's down, so you can check all the face downs.
That's possible. It does also die to Mindscaping.
Yeah, like I can't break both of these.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Well, you can. You use fermenter money for Boto and use Chisel Charm for Service 6 is what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh no, you do draw a card from Lou draw, so maybe you're not dead.
You have 3 strength. Oh wait, no, that was only with the buzzsaw, so you can't do that. But yeah.
Okay, let's look at this the beginning of this turn.
I mean, with 12 credits from fermenter, you're fine.
Maybe I should have done that. Let's see. It's turned into a Lou seminar all of a sudden. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, it's because you can't check the moon pool because it's the
yeah, it would be like fermenter run. I died of Mindscaping. Yeah, like there's 3 things and I'm extremely click compressed here. Like this still could be a regenesis. I guess this is unlikely to be a regenesis. So I should have like just spent 2 clicks to run these 2.
But like, I mean, it could be even if you leave that one, I could even potentially fast advance a regenesis from hand, right? Because I have so many face downs in archives at this point.
God, you're right.
Wait,
I can install advance, yeah. If she has regen in hand, yeah, if she has regen in hand, she could moonpool back the regen, install or advance, yeah.
So you need to check all 3, or ideally bounce one of them.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you do survive actually.
Once you check one, it gives you a better idea about what the other 2 is. Like if you check the Fuji first, you're like, oh, okay, now I know like what was up or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean,
I think the first thing I would check here is the FUT here.
Yeah.
See, like when you're in my position, would you put the Devil Charm down first and run server 6? Probably not, right? But I don't really know what this is. It could be a Natini. Right? So I might think about putting down Devil Charm first. Oh my god, or Diviner. It could be a teeny, or it could be a Nemone, right? Like, so I would put down, I don't know. It's a really complex board state for the runner here. I actually think running archives was the best shot I had here because it turns off. It doesn't even turn off fucking regenesis, right? Because
well, you have a...
No, it does because
I don't know if this is doable.
You give a moonpool, and then there's no face downs anymore.
It doesn't turn off. Oh yeah, so she would have to use the moonpool to spin back some agendas, and then she can't use the moonpool to stuff archives with. I think that's why I think that's why I made this line. Is because I knew I have Hermes. If she lets me score stuff, I can bounce shit, and then things stops becoming a problem for me. Versus this line where I have to contend with this ice here. I mean, I did have to contend with an enemy anyways. So I guess either way, we're contending with an ice. Like I could click one, run this. I mean, if we know that this line's main, click one, run costs so much money on this line's main.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
not anymore.
yeah. So like, would you click one run, or would you click one Devil Charm, or would you click one Gashapon? Right? Like, it's probably click one Gashapon, click two Fermenter, click three Fuji. Wait, what?
Gashapon only has 3 hits in the deck, and it still requires you to get the Devil Charm to get the chisels, right?
Well, what if it's a teeny? The other hit would be Buzzsaw, right?
Wait, a
which I
teeny
did
where?
get
On server 6?
on server 6.
I think
Yeah.
your read is that server 6 is expensive, because if it was an Amni, I would have rested.
Yeah, exactly.
So your read probably is that a teeny or lines main.
If server 6 is a teeny, then isn't the Devil Charm way better than the Gachapon?
Yeah, it would be.
So I think it's Devil Charm, run server 6, run server 7. If either of those are agendas, you also get a Hermes bounce to deal with the Archive's Ice.
That's true.
Which is pretty good.
I think that's probably correct, yeah. Stop sniffing my armpit. Jesus Christ. What the hell?
You know, you could even click one Boto, or just like click one Fermenter, run Boto, and then if it is an agenda, which it is, you could bounce the ice on server 6. Maybe that's too sus because it doesn't contest archives, but
click one Devil Charm, click 2 run FUT, click 3 Fermenter, click 4 run the Fuji. I'd be down to 2 cards. Or I'd be down to 3 cards, and I would die to double Mindscaping. But dying to double Mindscaping is not that bad. I mean, I don't know. It's so
I can
this
blame
is
RNG.
like this is the Alco, right? This is Alco. This is why Alco wins. This board is extremely complex.
Lou would get you one. Lou would get you a card.
Lou gets you a card.
That's true. That's true. Oh, yeah. I'd be at 4.
Anyways,
I'd be at 4.
Where isn't this a board state where Oppo beats measured because the tags are complicating everything by sticking instead of just being the one and done 4 damage, which doesn't actually kill.
Yes, this is the board state where Oppo seems better.
Yeah, but notably, like the Oppo didn't win me the game, right? The Oppo was just giving Leah another turn to like puzzle over. So like if the Magic could have won last turn, that would have been nice.
When did you
the other big
play
thing
Oppo?
is I did need
so like imagine if you have double
measure wouldn't do anything.
Right? If you have double measure, you kill.
I'll just win. Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, like that requires you having double measured, which is like. But yeah, single
the other
measure
thing I was gonna
here
say
wouldn't do anything.
The only way I was able to afford Big Oppo was the double cohorts.
Yep.
So that's why I was able to pop off like this.
Yeah, and sometimes like it's not always that you get double cohort. It's pretty rare, in fact. Anyways.
Did you cut pinholes, Leah?
Say what?
Did you cut your pinholes?
No, I have 2.
Oh, you just didn't.
Yeah, you can find them.
Didn't find them.
That's rough.
That's what it is, man.
But anyway, big picture, I think this is really demonstrating what complexity means in the eco. You know, a lot of different lines you can take, a lot of different possibilities, what the assets could be, what the ice could be, what the scoring plan is. And like, there usually ends up being some right line that plays against the odds, but it's very,
you don't
very
know
hard to
that,
find,
right? Like the runner doesn't know that. They do the best they can, but the best they can might be like click one Gashapon for some reason, right? Like the runner has shit they have to think about too, and like like they're not going to. No runner is going to be able to make the perfect line against this board state, right? Like that's so difficult.
Actually, that's a really good point. Imagine if at end of turn Laura res this FUT, how much that changes your math if this FUT was
That's true. That's true.
Right? Because
I wouldn't have to run server 6 anymore. I just run server 7.
I mean, you'd be tanking 1 extra damage off the FUT, which is kind of rough, but yeah, it does. Or you could know that you run server 6 and you guaranteeably will get a hit point back from Lou.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so that's a really good point, right? Like FUT being unrest here is actually like way better than him being rest, right? Because it's so much complexity. So much more complexity than if he was rest. Anyways, The rest of this game was pretty interesting too. So, wait, did I die?
And I want to point out one thing about complexity because I've heard it get used wrong. I think it does two things. The first thing it does is it just makes it harder for your opponent to easier for them just to make a mistake or whatever. But like even a player that is playing perfectly, like even if they're a computer or whatever, it increases the number of things they have to respect, not just talking about mistakes, and eventually they will only be able to respect so many of those branches, and you just might be on a branch they didn't respect.
Yep.
So it's not just about you confuse the runner and you rely on their tiny brain to not be able to comprehend.
Wait, for the moon pool, because you get two advancements and you have the double cohort set up. Wouldn't it be better to fork the advancements?
Oh, to split them?
And Fuji? Yeah.
Well, actually, you don't know this, but I know this is a FUT. So. Because we rewinded, so I knew this is a FUT.
That is probably correct.
So I'm cheating. And...
but also it does mean that if she trashes one of the cohorts, then I can't score anymore. So I did consider if this was
because you have Ayuko.
Oh, true. Yeah, Ayuko goes face down. Yeah. Okay, that's really good. I think actually, if this was not a real game, I would have sorry, if Leah didn't undo, I would have considered I seriously considered putting the two advancements on the FUT.
Oh.
But I think what you said is correct. I think splitting them 1 and 1 is right.
Well, two advancement on FUT doesn't win you the game.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, because then I can't score anymore. Yeah, I like that. I like splitting 1 and 1 a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Evil.
That's a good line.
I love it.
So anyways, I'm still dead. What am I gonna do here? I have 1 click left. I have to run this Fuji and survive minescaping. Right? So this is still fucked up for me. So, because if I run this Fuji, I take 3 damage. And die to double minescaping. And this fermenter is still unclicked. So, well, I did what I can. I run R&D.
Oh, you tried to bounce.
We're so good. We're so good.
How does she do it?
How does she do it? It's so easy.
I just shuffle back to agenda, so that you have pretty good odds.
Yeah. It's possible. Oh yeah. And I knew that you reshuffled, so that's why. But you are pretty flat in HQ as well. I mean, it's because you're 15 left and there's only 4 agendas known on board. So, R&D's probably pretty dense.
From Laura's perspective, it was a 1 in 3.
Damn.
Okay. I think there's 5 left in the deck.
Yeah, pretty good odds for me to not lose.
Pretty easy game, TBH, she says.
TBH.
Okay, 1 minescaping found. Oh no, you're not dead, so... See, this is where I'm really regretting not having the line.
And I survived double measured. Look at me. I'm so cool.
Wow, she's so good.
And you can't purge this fucking fermenter, because I don't know. Even if it's tempting, you're pretty close to losing. But I have no twinning, so I'm not really doing anything either, right? I think...
Yep.
Oh, twinning got trashed. Tragic. Oh, you did for...
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, the very sad fermenter, the really good purge. Yeah?
Yeah, because I wanted the potentially other oppo to land. I don't remember.
I forgot to install Double Charm.
Yeah. We had a really weird undo here. Now you clear down. And I'm just digging. So I finally find the spin and the last oppo, which is what I really wanted.
Yep.
Okay, I think I purged because I need to make the last oppo matter.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think, yeah, it's a good purge. Oh, you should play the pick. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Imagine if you had ended a line back in the deck, though.
Yeah. Well, now I have the spin.
Well, you have. She has it now, right?
Yeah, but a couple turns ago.
Yeah, for sure. She has double minescaping too. This is a pretty fucked up board state for me, right?
Yeah, so we finally got the push. I got the big oppo and I got the install the agenda. But look how long it took me to get there.
And imagine if I had twinning here. It doesn't fucking matter. I probably can trash one of these everything. If I had twinning here, if I had more points here, the second oppo would not be doing anything, right?
Yeah, double measure would have just killed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, this is known though. The second big oppo is never as good as the first one. So even though this one did eventually, this one ended up winning. And like I was discussing a lot of lines here, so.
So I have to shuffle back in the line, so I give her a Genesis.
Oh my god, you have so many Genesis
I have
in
a
hand.
lot of cards in hand.
Like imagine if I have a singular twinning counter here, right? Like I'd be so much more favored. Like I could run R&D until I can't anymore, and then I can like C2 on HQ and potentially win. And you have LTD too, gross.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait.
Yeah,
hold
LTD
on.
helps a lot in this state.
Don't you just live if you install Airblades?
No, Airblades only works on the run.
Yeah.
Oh, during a run. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or else it would be cracked.
It would be so good. No one would play. Yeah.
That's great for net damage.
Oh my god. And no one would fucking play.
Dead.
No one would fucking play Stone Shift.
No one would play
for meat
OTK.
damage, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't save me from end of the line.
End of line.
But it has to
then
be
I keep
mind
mind
skipping
skipping
end of the
you.
line. Yeah. Anyways.
No.
Imagine if
Anyways.
Blade could save you from OTK.
Yeah,
God.
that'd be so funny.
It's just one click, guys. So I access end of the line. The goat.
And then she can't win on this access.
I can't win on
this
this access. It's impossible, yeah. So this needed to be, if I had twinning here, it would be steal 2. I could potentially win off of Fuchi plus card.
Yeah. If you had tailgate, I'm just saying.
I think that's unironically pretty important against Egg. Just seeing as this is an Egg seminar, it's like HQ
Tailgate?
HQ pressure.
Yeah,
is
HQ pressure is important.
So good against Egg, and it's
it is
sparse these days.
It can certainly be good. That's why Cup is pretty scary in the late game.
Yeah.
Against for Alco to deal with. Cup and also like tailgate is another one. Sometimes twinning is fucked up for Alco to deal with a lot of the time. So, but I guess like if I had an early twinning, you would have been able to trash it. So, it like I guess that's like the advantage of Alpo is that like I might not be able to clear, and then you get to trash my twinning, right? Whereas measured is like shrug. I'll just like have more money, I guess.
Have money.
Yeah, so I think it definitely has. Oppo definitely has advantages into the Lu matchup. But I think by and large, measured is probably just easier, and also measured is probably better against other matchups, right? Especially if you start running into
criminal.
like pick and like running into like
Yeah.
Maybe
criminal is most likely to randomly get to threat 4, and like oftentimes criminal can float attack because they don't have resources that are that important early on.
I think this measured is like better going to time because like you
yeah.
may put them
also true.
Yeah.
Or just kill them. They're just down.
Yeah. Hey, I think there's an argument to be had for Oppo. But the way I see it, measured seems to be a winner for now. Not a clear winner, mind you, but it seems to be slightly better, right? Slightly more consistent.
Okay, but if I had Eskas in archives. No, it's bad. Every time I try, I don't sponsor them, and then I got it.
Grumble. Stinky.
Honestly, best new card in this deck, Let Them Dream.
Yeah, Let Them Dream is really good. Like, I really wonder if I could put them into this deck, you know? Like, I can cut HR, cut these 3/2s, and put Let Them Dreams.
Yeah, when I was experimenting in that deck, the influence was on 2 Let Them Dreams, 1 humanoid, 3 spin, 1 end of line, 2 oppo. I think it should be 3 oppo, maybe. Cut the humanoid, but money's tight. Maybe you won't just want hedge fund.
I think the LTDs give you so much insurance against RNG, and you can also regenesis 1, and that's like a really annoying fork because like they could run archives and they get a point.
Maybe I should be
or
on.
you can regenesis and you get 3 points.
Maybe that's what I should be on. Maybe I should be on fucking 2 LTDs.
I think you could cut 1 humanoid. I feel like I fire humanoid pretty rarely in this deck.
Really? It was so fucking gas.
What else are you gonna cut? 2 spin doctors?
Honestly, you're kind of cooking here. No.
The AU tradition of cutting more and more spin doctor.
No, I can't cut spin doctor. It's too good to reshuffle measured. And your input's not fungible enough. I mean, like, was it Evental? Or Cable Carnage was playing 2 spin, 1 powers, and like that's not so bad.
Yeah. Fine.
Oh, he's on 3 hybrid 2
power.
regen.
Hybrid though, right? So hybrid's easier to trigger powers.
Yep.
Power's very strong.
Power's very good, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you didn't show the end of that game.
Oh yeah. Oh right. I just.
It's very important. No one knows what happens next.
We've had one ending, yes. What about second ending?
What if the corp fires Alco and then decks themselves?
They should have done that.
Press the button by accident.
They could have fired cohort twice. Wait, you didn't play.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's unfortunately not even take backable.
Yeah.
Right? Because you see the order of R&D.
It's like you didn't play End of the Line, but you did.
Yeah, I didn't need to. Oh no, I played End of the Line first.
You did. But you also didn't need to.
Yeah, I didn't need to. No, actually.
Steel Skin? Yeah, you had to play around Steel Skin. So yeah, you did need to play End of the Line.
It's slightly more correct too. I think it's kind of
No, it's definitely correct. Cause
wait, isn't it worse?
Oh, actually
no, it's worse if you have guaranteed Steel Skin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have a Mindscaping first to maybe miss a Steel Skin.
I'm just asking, like, what if you just don't play End of the Line for fun? Like, did you even need End of the Line here?
I have so much money, I can play all 3. I can play End of the Line, Mindscaping.
So at worst she has 6 hand size, or 6 hit points. So can you do 7 damage? Yes.
You could have 2 Steel Skins, no? Or 3 Steel Skins?
Yeah, those are each +1 hit point. So.
Oh yeah.
At worst case scenario, she has 6 hit points effectively.
Yeah. Wait. No.
Wait, no?
The fuck? Each one is 3 hit points.
Steel Skin are
Each one's 3
+2.
hit points. Yeah.
When you Audrey them, they're +1, but when they take damage, they're +2. My bad.
Yeah, and they're effectively
So if your hand
3
was
hit
all
points.
Steel Skins, then click one End of the Line is wrong because you would go up to 6 and then 2 Mindscapings wouldn't kill.
Yeah.
Which would be tragic.
One
But I'm pretty sure you've played. We've seen a couple.
Well, there's one in the bin, so there can't be a third one.
Yeah, so it can't be triple.
End of the Line, yeah. It has to be triple to survive End of the Line Mindscaping. But yeah. But it was if it was only Mindscaping End of the Line, then it was correct to Mindscaping first. Like 100% correct.
Look, I already won this game. We were rolling it back.
Yeah. Whatever. Just have to rub into my face. Yeah, I'll contest cohorts next time.
Yeah, that's the lesson, kids. Contest cohorts.
I was just trying things out.
You needed to draw pinholes. You needed to draw twinning. Like, that's pretty rough.
I did draw one pinning. It got pinged off. It was pretty late.
Yeah,
it was on the turn that I died. So.
I think it's rough. I'm not sure if there's ever a point where twinning can come down without like losing the game.
Yeah, it can be a tempo hit sometimes. You have to be careful about installing twinning.
Wait, can you open the heap again?
Okay.
Because you drew Airblade super late, which sucks. You only draw 1 Raindrops and only draw 1 Steel Skin. Like, you had so much tech for this matchup that you just didn't find, right?
I drew Nuka.
You have three Raindrops, 3 Steel Skins, 2 Pinholes, and an Airblade. So that's 9 pieces of tech, right? Or can I not count? 3, 4. That's 11 pieces of tech, and you saw 2. You saw
I
3.
saw Steel Skin, I saw Nuka, I saw Hermes. I mean,
so
Nuka's not really a tech. I saw Fencer though, which is a tech.
But it is good in the matchup. So of cards that are like critical the matchup, of like the 12 of those, you saw like 4. That's not great. You're definitely underrate.
A little.
Like
a little.
I'm fine. I'm winning these matchups
it's
because
just at
I'm
the early
getting my
game.
and Steel Skins. Yeah.
Like this early board state is cracked, right? Like this is an insane board state on turn 3. I just didn't draw anything better than this, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, it is what it is. It is. I think in most cases, this is with this opening hand. It's like I should win this game for the most part, especially with the slow start from Laura. She could have not drawn this cohort, but
I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for the egg talk. I
think I'm gonna have it out too. Honestly, it's getting kind of late.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
Yeah, Talked a lot. Even talked about a deck that people probably won't even play.
Wait. Do like 2 rounds of Keeper Mole. I set up a link for you.
Oh my god, really? I want to see. That's so cool.
All right.
Wait, where is it?
Are they AUCO ones?
It's in the stream chat. Yeah, I set up an AQ.
Wait, everybody left already. Everybody left.
Okay, that was
That's
the
really
VOD.
funny.
Do it anyway.
They're not gonna watch the VOD. They attended the goddamn seminar.
Well, you still have 19 other viewers.
Okay.
And it only takes a second.
Okay. I have 19 viewers? Damn, look at me.
I did not handpick this.
No one's chatting though.
This is just random.
Okay. Alco versus Az. This looks like it's almost keepable. Enemy on HQ and then Floodflower Ward on the board, or actually enemy HQ Moonpool Flower Ward. It's fine.
You do Moonpool Flower Ward?
Yeah, Moonflower Ward. I just want to waste
more
time.
annoying for like if the runner checks it.
Yeah, I don't think
do
runner
anything.
wants to trash it. I just
But
want to
they
waste
would
time.
I guess.
But
like,
oh,
but I feel
because
like you got
Floodflower
too
Ward, Floodflower Ward triggers Splatter Ward, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
without ducking too much. Oh, you say at 3, go up to 4.
Yeah, probably an enemy Floodflower Ward then, right.
That's pretty good.
Moonpool ducks too much.
I think you are pretty sad if they trash the Flower Ward. You sort of don't have that much tempo.
Yeah, it's so hard for them to trash Flower Ward though. I'd probably keep
I
this
guess.
though. This is okay. This is like borderline.
Yeah, you can definitely do worse. I think there's a lot of hands that are worse. And like it's like a upper 60%
Wow, Melius
hand.
against Baz. This looks like mulliganable.
Oh wait, why did it go to Melius?
Oh, because I hit next, right?
Oh, I thought another one would just do the same matchup again.
I wish it would.
That's what I assumed would happen. I haven't used this site much. I just put in Alco and put in your deck list versus Az.
Maybe I
and
can
I
just
assumed it would just
refresh.
simulate that forever.
Does it?
No, it doesn't, because
Oh,
it keeps
weird.
it keeps the actual thing.
Oh.
That people can see it too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Right, because right now two of two people voted to keep that hand, which was you and me.
Huh.
You have to make another one.
That's weird.
Yeah, I guess you have to make another one.
That's so weird. Oh, okay. Well,
I
Spider
didn't
Bro.
realize it worked like that. Oh well.
Spider Bro. He's probably watching. You got your feedback.
Yeah. So we need a third button that says re-randomize this matchup, or just like.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It'd
But
be
I
really
guess
cool.
like, I guess for the purpose of data collection, it doesn't make any sense. Or like, or sorry.
Yeah, they want to do like they don't want you to spam like a bunch of the same matchup, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't really
have one
make
fixed.
sense, I guess, to do
Well, it
that.
would be cool.
Yeah,
If
yeah, it would
this-
be.
If this link I generated for you seeded the next like 8 packs,
Oh.
and everyone that goes to the link, when they say click like do this one again, would get the same next 8 seeds.
Yeah.
So you would get the bar.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That could be interesting.
Pretty cool.
All right, somebody
all
clip
software
this part and
engineers.
send it to Spider Bro. That's pretty cool.
You could, you know.
I build it from scratch when it already exists. I guess I could
No,
go see
just
if it's open
just
source.
tell him about that.
Yeah, I might. Well, I might.
Or like shrug.
Yes, I will.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for attending my seminar. See you guys next time. Next week, I'll be having a regular stream, I believe.
That's okay.
That's okay.
All your streams are valuable.
Just a
Except the
regular
ones with Cyber
old
Shark on
stream.
them.
Hey.
Okay,
Sometimes
let's not
I
make so much
contribute.
fun with Cyber Shark.
No, actually, that
Okay.
doesn't bother me.
He likes
No,
it.
Cyber Shark's good
You
on
heard it here
stream.
first.
That bothers me.
You heard it here first,
Okay.
chat. All right.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye. Please like and subscribe. I need the clout. Okay.